scientists, academicians, entrepreneurs, administrators, and industry leaders across India and around the world. The college continues to uphold its tradition of academic excellence through high quality teaching, research, industry collaboration, and a strong emphasis on ethics, innovation, and national building. As new students are now part of this proud legacy. The years ahead offer you the opportunity to learn, innovate, and contribute to society while carrying forward the values of excellence, integrity, and service that define the Academic College of Engineering and Technology and a regional scale. Tomorrow's session will focus on training and placement opportunities, entrepreneurship, academic regulation, national integration, human values, professional ethics, physical health, the role of NCC, outcome-based education, importance of college languages for engineers. Today's world demands graduates who are not only knowledgeable but also capable of solving real-world problems. Outcome-based education focuses on what students are expected to know, understand, and be able to do by the time they graduate. The remaining days of induction program will continue this journey by introducing you to laboratories, campus facilities, extracurricular activities, and opportunities and support systems available to each student. What do we expect from you? The success of this program depends not only on the speakers but also on your active participation. I encourage every one of you to attend session regularly, listen carefully and ask questions whenever you have doubts. Interact with your classmates and faculty members, build new friendships, participate enthusiastically in every activity. Remember that learning begins with the curiosity. Allow me at this point to share few thoughts that may help you throughout your 4 year stay in the campus. First, be regular in attending classes. There is no substitute for consistent effort. Second, develop the habit of reading beyond textbook. Engineering is changing rapidly and successful engineers are lifelong learners. Third, make effective use of libraries, laboratories, and digital learning resources available on our campus. Fourth, respect your teachers, your classmates, and every member of the university community. Fifth, learn to work in teams. Engineering solutions are rarely developed by individuals working alone. Finally, never compromise to honesty, integrity, and professional ethics. Discipline is not merely about following a regulation, it is about developing self-control, responsibility, professionalism, and respect for others. In today's digital era, artificial intelligence, tools such as ChatGPT and other intelligent assistants can greatly support learning, research, coding, and problem solving. However, they should be used responsibly and ethically to enhance your understanding, generate ideas, and improve your work, not only to replace your own thinking or violate academic policies. Always acknowledge AI assistance where required, verify the accuracy of AI-generated information, and ensure that your information generally reflects your own knowledge, analysis, and creativity. Today, the world is witnessing rapid technological advancement in areas such as robotics, data science, AI, renewable energy, smart manufacturing, biotechnology, and sustainable engineering. The engineers graduating 4 years from now will be expected to solve problems that do not even exist today. Therefore, your education must go beyond examinations and grades. Develop analytical thinking, creativity, communication skills, leadership qualities, and the spirit of innovation. This induction program is the first step towards developing these qualities. Dear students, today you are beginning a journey that will demand hard work, perseverance, discipline, and determination. There will be challenges, there will be examinations, there will be moments of success and moments of disappointment, but every challenge will help you grow stronger. Make the most of your lecture, every laboratory session, interaction with your teachers, and every opportunity that this university offers. Today you have entered this campus as students, but 4 years from now you will leave as engineers, interested with the responsibility of shaping industries, solving societal challenges, protecting the environment, and contributing to the progress of the nation and humanity. Your degree will open doors, but your character, integrity, compassion, and commitment to excellence will determine how far you go in life. Never measure your success merely by the salary you earn or the position you hold. Measure it by the problems you solve, the lives you improve, and the positive impact you leave on the society. During your stay at AMU legal, read boldly, work diligently, remain humble in success, learn from failure, respect your teachers, honor your parents, and cherish the lifelong friendship you build here. Remember, every great engineer was once a first-year student, sitting exactly where you are today, full of dreams, curiosity, and hope. What distinguished them was not extraordinary intelligence alone, but extraordinary perseverance, discipline, and the courage to keep learning. I urge you to make the best use of every lecture, every library visit, every project, or every opportunity that comes your way. Let these 4 years become a journey of discovery, not only of engineering but also of your own potential. I would like to conclude with the inspiring words of Dr. APJ Kalam, former President of India. Dream, dream, dream. Dreams transform into thoughts and thoughts result in action. And let me add one more thought for all of you. The future is not something you inherit. It is something you create, one decision, one lesson, and one act of excellence at a time. एक शेर अल्लामा का इकबाल का याद आ रहा है, सबक सिर्फ सदाकत का, अदालत का, शुजाअत का, लिया जाएगा सबसे काम दुनिया की मामत का. I hope your active participation in every session of this induction program would benefit from the experience and wisdom of distinguished speakers who will address you over the next 5 days. I wish each one of you a rewarding, enjoyable, and successful stay at Aligarh Muslim Aligarh. May your years here be filled with learning, innovation, friendship, and achievement. Thank you very much. I wish you all a bright future and a rewarding engineering career. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the overview regarding the student induction program. Now, as sir was mentioning, this induction program tends to serve as a bridge between your school life from where you are coming and the college world where you are entering. 4 years later, you are going to be professionals. What's important in today's scenario is that you make the most out of it. And I feel like this 5-day induction program is going to be helpful for the same. We are going to have a lot of sessions, various university degrees, officials are going to be interacting with you. Something which is going to be beneficial for you for the next 4 years of stay. So make the most of it. And as sir was mentioning, the success of this program depends not only on the speakers, but how much you are trying to gain from it, how much you are trying to interact with these speakers. So whatever your curiosity is, cater to it, ask the questions, and I feel like that this is something which is going to be useful for you as well. Now moving on forward, I would now like to invite the Dean Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Professor Nizar Ahmed Sir, to kindly address the gathering with this welcome address.
Dear students, parents, we welcome you all to this induction program. With us, we have the principal of the college and we have introduced you to the nitty-gritty of the induction program and the program schedule. I'm going to talk with you regarding a few important things that are going to be here. First of all, because you have come from passing the standard 12, so there has been a habit of school. There is a difference between the school and the college, the university. So that you have to understand because I find that The earlier you understand this difference, the easier it would be for you to cope up with this situation here. Because here you have a semester system. Within next 1 month, we will have the first internal examination. Not like a school that you have the 6 months or 1 year. So that kind of deadlines you are going to have. Teachers are going to give you certain assignments, certain deadlines will be there. So the life would be different. So the first lesson that I have to give you that you should think differently and try to learn, try to ask your seniors and the teachers also. The second point that I would like to mention is for the branches that you want. Because all of you, I know that may not be satisfied with the branch of the discipline that you have got. But let me assure you, because the ICT and the government allows us to open different branches. The different branches have been opened, keeping into consideration the national need and international need. So all branches are equally good. That should be that you should keep it in your mind that all branches are equally good. It's just the perception that has been built. So you have to come out of that perception. If you excel in any branch, it will be good for you to build a career. So that's the second. The additional thing that you can take, suppose you have not got the preferred branch, you can still, you have the opportunity to take the online courses. Within the curriculum, you have online courses and the open elective and other curriculum. You can take those or additional courses from the NPTEL or the 12 courses, you can take the courses. So you can choose the courses of your choice and get the certification. That will be in addition to your grant. So why I am telling you this? Because I have seen that the students waste 1 year and I had to sign cancellation document that I want to cancel this one, and after 1 year or after 2 years you go to other university or other institution. So please don't waste your time for 1 year or 2 years. The time is like precious. You try to excel in whatever branch you have got and work with the departments. There are excellent teachers, you should take the help of the teacher. The second difficulty that you are going to face here, you will say that why I am just putting up the hardest part, why not the toughest part? Because I know that as a student you will face that part. After 3 to 4 months, you will be asked to appear in the end semester examination. And before that, before you get the hall ticket, your attendance will be high. Your attendance is not up to the mark, which is 75% as per rule. Sometimes we are lenient and we allow slightly lesser also, but 65% is the limit as per regulation. If you are below that, you may not be allowed to appear in the end semester examination. And that is going to happen sometime. So the things are going to, you have to be very alert from the beginning. Internal examination 1, you have a chance to improve. Internal examination 2, and then end semester examination, and there you will be checked all the attendance. These attended classes, there are advantage of attending the classes. Not as a dean, but as a teacher, I tell you that I have seen that those who attend classes regularly, they are likely to get A+. So the marks is directly proportional to the attendance. Because what happens that when you attend the classes, you learn the subject. And once you learn the subject, you can attempt other questions. And once you attempt other questions, you can easily get the marks. So, 85 marks you have to get. In order to get the A+ grade, that is the 10. If you get 75% marks, you get 9. A grade, and so on. So I would suggest, I would advise to you that from the beginning you should be very attentive about your internal examination, about your end semester examination, and about all the attendance. What happens that some of you will say that okay, don't attend 1 or 2 classes, some festival will come, some event will come, and you have a tendency not to attend class. That is not good for you. Because the teacher will continue to teach the classes and you may miss those classes and then in that case you will not be able to attempt the question and you may less than 8%. The other part is that once you reach the end of 1 year, you will be checked about the promotion rules. For first year, it's very easy. If you want to go to the second year, only 16 credits is required. This has been done taking into account that many students are coming late or in our admissions are there, some are admitted late, so 16 credits. But even sometimes what happens that even 16 credits they can't get. Even this year also, as you said, there are many people. This happens because most of you, those who are not satisfied with the branches that have been allocated, they don't attend classes, they don't take in the examination. So that's why I'm telling you that these are important points. And in the course of the next 5 days, we will be told about several other things also. But I thought that I should tell you the hardest part, that you should be alert and don't miss any classes. Have the 75% attendance, attempt out questions, get A grades, and be satisfied with whatever branch has been allocated. Because all branches are equally good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your welcome remarks. I guess sir mentioned something which we keep on listening again and again. Attendance is something which is important. Be regular, be punctual, and that will form the basis for the success in the upcoming years. The second thing I guess which was rather very true was that every branch, whatever you have been allocated, happens to be equally good. If you excel in the same, there are bound to be amass opportunities for you to succeed in life. So moving on further, our next speaker is a distinguished academician and an inspiring leader whose dedication to excellence continues to guide our college towards new milestones. It's my great honor to invite the respected principal, Professor Mohammad Muzammil Sir, to give an overview of the circles and project of engineering and technology to our newly admitted students.
Respected Dean Sir, Coordinator of the program, Professor Kamil Sir, Dr. Ali Imran, parents, teachers, and my dear students. A matter of great pride today. You people would be feeling very joyful, jubilant, and also full of confidence. Just Dean Saab has given you some hard dose of attendance. Of course, he has given it in a very soft manner. But it is really important that you are going to face yourself in the coming days in the form of mid-semester examination, etc. That you should have full attendance, good grades as well. So I'm not touching that aspect. I'm going to say something related to the college, related to what you are and now what you are going to become in future. You should be proud of yourself because now today you are, a few days back you have entered formally as an elegant fraternity. You have embarked on a legacy of Sir Sayyid. You have entered in a university, very prestigious university, which is more than 100 years old. And also your college, it is also around 100 years old. Very few institutions in India, you are having such a such a glittering past like ours. You should be proud of yourself. Proud comes with certain responsibilities. Now you are the ambassador of a university. Whatever you are doing, whatever you are saying, this is going to be not you as an individual. You are the student of Aligarh Muslim University. So you have to be very, very careful in all your aspects. Maybe it is related to character building, maybe it is related to ethics or anything, or even simple dressing sense which you are going to talk. Our students excel in all walks of life. They are very good at the shop floor, they are very good at the management, everywhere. And this distinction is not with any other group of the students. Even IITs don't have this. Second thing is this, that since you have entered in the university, you have not come to just get the certificate or just get a degree here that now you are an engineer. You are going to learn how to think. And this is the basic motive of any education you are talking about. You may be in any branch, maybe civil engineering, maybe AI or anywhere. You may have not got your preferred choice, but I tell you, every branch is good. It depends on how much efforts you are going to put in. Because nowadays there is no boundary. People who are civil engineers, they are working in the field of air. So this is you who is going to make ways for your future, for your what you have your vision in mind. That's what you have to do. Because you know that a number of jobs which were existing earlier and we were thinking that these were the pioneer jobs and excellent jobs. Now they have vanished. New jobs have come up. So you have to prepare yourself. And this you can do only with making yourself perfect in all aspects. And everything comes with ethics, integrity, time management, and whatever is going to have. So just I'm going to tell you about what is going to be there as far as your college is concerned. This, I have already welcomed you, so I'm going to skip this. Again, I'm welcoming you, and you have to go through whatever opportunities you are going to get in. A number of opportunities are existing. You are going to embark upon. This is a general thing that it was established in 1877. Campus area is 1,155 acres. Academic staff, non-teaching staff, students, and different institutes are there. 19 halls with 80 hostels, but many of you are facing a wait listing of yourself. You may not have got your accommodations, but we expect very soon you are going to get them. As far as ranking is concerned, in India Today ranking, it was third among Indian universities. And IRF rank is 10th in 2025, fifth best global universities in India. Further is 2 Bharat Ratna, 8 Padma Vibhushans, 27 Padma Bhushan, and more than 40 Padma Shri awardees from this very university. Dr. Zakir Hussain, whose name this college is there, he was our former Vice Chancellor, and he was also the Bharat Ratna. He was the President of India, as you already know. Faculty structure is there. This may be of certain interest for you people. Faculty comprises of 3 major components, that is ZH College of Engineering and Technology, University Polytechnics. There are 2, Boys Polytechnic and Women's Polytechnic. Community College, this has already been demarcated here. The whole affairs of this Faculty of Engineering and Technologies are managed by our Dean, and the colleges are by respective principals. Brief profile of this college: established in 1935, named after Dr. Zakir Hussain, land area 113 acres. And earlier, government was thinking in terms of making different institutes of excellence in India to upgrade them to the level of IIT. University was one of them, but we chose to exist with this our Aligarh Muslim University because we had a very rich legacy. So we stayed with this. Ranked 34 in NIRF, India Today ranking 20. And this is the first in India which is value for money, that is lowest tuition fee. 4 years में जितने आप पैसे देंगे उतना 1 semester में किसी और कॉलेज में आप जाते तो you had spent it. So very, don't say competitive, it is just very cheap fee structure is going to be. Vision has been developed based on the teaching of Sir Syed. That is where we want to have our student after certain period of time. It is to be an institute of excellence in technical education, research and innovation, upholding international standards for sustainable development and providing quality human resource for industry and society. This vision is of your college, where sustainability has also been given a prime importance, because you already know that in what way our earth is moving, how violently we are using these resources, and in what way things are going to be done in future. Because we owe certain responsibility. You are here because your seniors have done something, and on the shoulders of their sacrifices you are. Now you have to do for the society, that is your juniors are going to have their future not in lot of trouble, but a lot of ease and a lot of good things for them. Mission, 5 missions are there. So this vision, what we are having, it is going to be achieved on the basis of these points, and we are going to have all these mission steps to be followed religiously so that the vision is going to be accomplished. Your college has 11 departments. There are 3 departments, civil, electrical, mechanical. They have this BTech, and also they are running BE, that is evening courses. Those students who have passed diploma engineering if they are doing jobs, they can enhance their qualification by taking admission in the evening classes. Electronics, computer, chemical, and petroleum studies. They are offering BTech, MTech, and PhD programs. Architecture is offering BR, MR, and MPlan. And applied sciences these are the supporting departments. Some departments are giving MTech as well. MPhil, PhD, these programs are running in those departments. And probably this is the only distinction with our college, that all the departments in which the bachelor's program are running, these have been accredited for full 6 years by National Board of Accreditation. You may not be knowing NBA. From now onward, you will be knowing great emphasis is being given in our college for this NBA. But just in a layman's language, there was a Washington Accord in which there were 57 countries. They said their education is going to be on certain parameters which they have to follow, and this education will be at par with all important institutions from here and abroad, so that when you are going for higher studies or job or like other programs, PhDs, etc., you need not to show them that we have, need not to have some other type of examination to clear it. So this is a rare distinction with our college, that all the BTech programs are accredited for full time. Similarly for the master's program. There are a number of alumni which, when you find out, you will feel that you are going to be making yourself in that place after a certain period. The Higher Education Secretary of Government of India. Higher Education Secretary means that all the universities in India, the person responsible from the government side is head of that. And that fellow is from this college. Our Prime Minister, whose security in charge is SPG Director, Alok Sharma, he is an alumnus of this college. Zafar Iqbal, Olympic gold medalist of this college. UPSC, you all know what the UPSC is. Union Public Service Commission. His chairman was DP Agrawal, our alumnus. Isuzu chairman, Mansoor Ahmad, again passed engineering from here. Many of you may be knowing Anubhav Sinha, film director of this college. The person who gave the music of Tal, Hindi movie Tal, Shakir, a student of this college. He was assistant professor as well for some time here. A number of people, Tahir Madraswala, Silicon Valley giant in USA, California. Very, very bad. So you name, anywhere you go, you will find that your future is a representative there. Follow those steps. You have to do nothing. For going to these levels, this doesn't mean that you have all the time go to the library, book bank and sit there and keep doing studies, etc. No. You have to have your holistic development. In every sphere you have to excel. And then you are going to do wonders. Simple time management, after certain period of time, you will come out with your flying colors. We will be proud of saying that these you people are our students. Keeping this in mind, the college has started or running from the many previous years, different clubs, students clubs. Name any type of club, you will find it here. These have been designed to suit your interests. You people are, when you are going to take admission in the first year, maybe 500 or 550 or so. We have around 30 clubs there. So there is a choice for everybody. Join any club you want. Too much is being talked about today, drone technology. It has done wonders in the recent times. We have autonomous underwater vehicle club. We are producing different vehicles running underwater, and these are being utilized by our armed forces. We have that. Those people who are very much interested is in money. आजकल तो पैसे की बात होती है और आप लोग भी सबसे पहले ये पूछते हैं कि भाई पैकेज कितना है। आपके लिए भी एक इंतजाम है, एंड दैट इज FAA क्लब. You are going to be doing many projects related to it. Going to arm yourself in what way the economy is moving, in what way you can do. We have a coding club. Many students are doing different part-time jobs, just making softwares, etc., and earning a lot. You have that opportunity. So not going into the details of that, but any club of your interest, you can have. All these details have been provided on the website. University has opened, college has opened. The in charges of these clubs are going to have orientation for their respective programs, and you can join accordingly. Some of the clubs which have done certain activities, certain projects, and have won different prizes. A glimpse of them. First prize 2025, again first prize, and then first prize. You will find very good achievements of theirs. This is what AMU Robo Club is. This is AUB Club, what we were talking about just now. SAE, ZHCET is there. You might have these vehicles seen at different places, different competitions have been organized. And in one category or the other, we have won the prizes. IEEE ZHCET Club. Here also we have a glittering past. We also have a Women in Engineering Club, solely for their projects there. Of course, we are going to work with other your colleagues doing different projects and showcasing them. Orientation speech 11:35. sustainable club is also there, or green energy club rather we are going to have. Apart from these departments, different centers are there. Just reading that in due course of time, today or day after, tomorrow, maybe you will be getting a little detail in that. Center of Advanced Research in Electrified Transportation. You already know that how much emphasis is being given in that. Very recently, India has introduced a hydrogen train. All of you remember? Yes. Is running successfully. The government objective was that by 2029 they are going to phase out this hydrocarbon fuel. Very ambitious deadline it is this. But let us see in what way things are moving. It was announced by them that when they are going to abolish this hydrocarbon fuel and coming to electric and hybrid vehicle, they are going to produce 30 lakhs jobs of engineers and allied field. And you will be knowing and will be happy to know that ZHCET College of Engineering and Technology started a BTech in electric and hybrid vehicle 4 years ago. This is first in North India. No BTech UG college is existing as far as electric and hybrid vehicle is concerned. And we are the proud initiator of this. In Maharashtra, 1 or 2 colleges are there, but none other is there. If we go by the announcement of the government that they are going to produce 30 lakhs jobs, and say government has certain ambitious plans and projects, and these may not come up with what they are expecting because of several reasons. Even if it is 3 lakhs, even it is 30,000, 3,000, 300, we are having only 25 seats for this electric and hybrid vehicle. So the future of those students for 10 years is secure if we go by that. So huge opportunities everywhere in any branch. Nanotechnology center. Just they have come out with a very cutting edge technology. Using this nanotechnology, they are going to refine the seawater to make it potable. This is a huge, huge technology which you are going to see in the near future, and people are coming out with this, and our country is going to have just a leap in that direction. This is what our college has done. Center of Biomedical Engineering. All the time we are talking about this collaboration of engineers with doctors. You may be knowing that very rapidly, this with the help of biomedical engineering, we are coming out with very, very good results. You may be knowing that in developed country like USA, if you have to take an X-ray report, no doctor is required. This biomedical engineers or softwares are giving you the report. Different types of diseases with 98 or 99% accuracies, they are coming out with diagnosis. This is what the biomedical engineers are doing. And AI, no introduction is required. Everybody is engulfed with this AI. Now we have moved further. Agentic AI we are talking about. Very, very rapid pace. We are moving in that direction. The college is also going to start very soon. Yes, that we should give the knowledge of AI in the form of different courses to all the students so that they can enrich their career. Because If you do not know AI, you are illiterate. This is really I am talking about. If you do not know with certain confidence, you cannot do, because the future is going towards that. And college is taking extra measures for that. This we have talked about this. Enough time I have taken, just I am going to be very brief. Different facilities are there. Placement record. We have very good placement this year. 310 students have been placed. And again, I'm going to tell you that we were talking about package. This year, the highest package was 3.33 crores. Just a student like you, he was. But he was aware of his subject. He was of electronics engineering. He knew in and outs of that, and he achieved it. You can also be the next. Maybe this is going to be 5 CR. One of you is going to achieve it. Take this as a challenge. Who among you is going to have this tick as 5 CR? And here you are going to be felicitated. Of course, after 4 years. These are our recruiters which we are having. Just a few of these are there. Many people are there. And you saw the session has just started. And the first company which is going to have you as their employees, it is Qualcomm. Everybody knows who is in the field of electronics and computer that what the Qualcomm is. Again, it is you who have to make them feel that without you, they cannot do anything. Without you, that is, you are indispensable for them. Sports facilities. University has a lot of sports facilities there, so again I am going to skip that because we have important guidelines. First thing being emphasized further, attendance and punctuality. Academic calendar is there, so we have to follow that. Discipline and code of conduct, and actively participate in co-curricular and extra-curricular activities. With this, thank you very much, and I hope you will follow what we do. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspirational words. If I may take a leaflet from what sir was telling, I guess something I would like you to comprehend is, you need to have a holistic approach towards life. Try to spend your time wisely. Try learning beyond the classrooms. I guess sir has mentioned that we've got a lot of technical clubs, but besides the technical clubs in the college, we have got a lot of sports activities going on in the universities. We've got a lot of emphasis on various cultural clubs. Try becoming a member of the same. Try having an overall development of the personality. Simultaneously, while you are here, while you are trying to be a technocrat, while you are trying to be engineers, something which is important in today's scenario is do certifications. There are so many MOOCs platforms, there are so many courses, there's so much focus on the interdisciplinary approach. So irrespective of the branch you have been allocated, try learning beyond. Because what the future unfolds tomorrow is something that on the basis of what you are learning today. So I hope we can continue on the same. So moving on further, I guess, as we move on to the next phase of today's program, we move on to a special moment. A moment that celebrates the creativity, achievements, and the vibrant academic culture of the ZHCET. That is the launch of our college magazine, ZHCET AMU. I would like to request all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly unveil the second edition of ZHCET AMU, the official college magazine. A special mention to our core editorial team of the students, Mr. Mohammad Yunus, Miss Abdita Ratnam, Mr. Mohammad Junaid, Miss Fatma Amir, Miss Nikita Chaturvedi, Miss Sania Zehra, and Mr. Mohammad Akil. So these are the students who have been a part of the core editorial team, which has played a very important role in shaping the final outlet of this magazine. I would now like to present, I would now like to present a moment of appreciation to our two students, Sara Sajid Khan and Nazira Najam, who are the winners of the sketch competition. So can we have both the students, please? The sketches which are there on the front page and the last page of the college magazines, they are the credit to these two students. Beautiful sketches. We move on to the next segment of today's program, where the chairmen of various departments will be addressing you. They'll be talking about the discipline, they'll be talking about the scope, and they'll be talking about the USP of the various departments. So to begin with, I would like to invite Professor Mohammad Danish, the Chairman Department of Chemical Engineering, to gather the audience.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Dr. Imran. First of all, I would like to congratulate the principal and the dean, and the Professor Muhammad Kamil, for having this very good session. As a chairman, I am here to present some of the aspects of the department as well as the branch. I am Professor Mohammad Danish. So, actually, when the name of chemical engineering comes, so it is also called process engineering, and one should not confuse it with the chemicals or the very hardcore chemistry. Okay. In this branch of engineering, actually, what we do, if we have something from a lab having chemical changes, then as a chemical engineer, it is our duty to produce this at the large scale level, very large scale level. With this, and the resulting is we have very high paying industries. Some of them are such as petroleum and energy sector, pharmaceuticals, semiconductor manufacturing, biotechnology, etc. Besides this, if you start with your daily routine, you will encounter many chemicals which you usually use. For example, from the soap, from the toothpaste, and the paints, many more things. So, if these things have to be produced at very large scale, you need to have a very good chemical engineering background. Moreover, some of the important inventions that came, they include mass production of penicillin, nitrogen fertilizer process, modern plastic and polymers, and some food items. You can also see your own body. It is also actually a biochemical plant where you have uh, grinding, digesting, which acts as a biochemical reactor, kidneys, liver, filtering, so filtration process, and many other things. If you see your own body, it is a very sophisticated chemical engineering plant, in which, of course, reactions are taking place at a slow speed, that is biochemical reactions. As far as the intellect level is concerned, chemical engineering, if you want to go for advanced studies, so it comes in the top three, one of the advanced branches where you require very good mathematics, very good physics, very good chemistry, and other things. So the top three branches, as far as the difficulty level is concerned, aerospace engineering, chemical engineering, and electrical engineering. जब आप इसमें आगे एडवांस पढ़ाई करेंगे तो you will encounter that things are very interesting, but they are also somewhat complicated. But you will be surprised to know the nature at that level. For example, if these figures are visible to you, that is, this is a plant, a typical chemical plant. Now, this chemical engineering plant results in lakhs of equations of different types that you have to solve. So, of course, we have softwares, we have very good programmers, very good mathematicians, very good chemical engineers. They have done it. Now, the world of opportunities for chemical engineering, you can see that a chemical engineer solve real world problems which arises in energy, healthcare, environment, advanced material, and sustainable technologies. जैसे चिप मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है तो उसमें एक प्रोसेस होता है सीवीडी, दैट इज एक्चुअली दी बॉटलनेक, वो केमिकल इंजीनियर के अंडर में आता है। दैट आपका चिप जो है मटेरियल प्रॉपर्टीज वो कितनी उसको आप मतलब बारीकियों में बना सकते हैं, हैविंग सर्टेन प्रॉपर्टीज रिक्वायर्ड बाय कंप्यूटर इंजीनियर और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियर। It is not visible here, but you can see that one chemical engineer can go to many other opportunities. For example, chemical, biotechnology, materials, energy, environment, AI, data science, and that also goes for management as well as for PhD. Some of the prominent names of chemical engineers which you might have been seen publicly but not known that they are chemical engineers is that Alfred Nobel was a chemical engineer. You see, he was a chemist and he was a chemical engineer. His father sent him for studying chemical engineering. इसके नाम पे Nobel Prize. दूसरा जो है the first Israeli president Mr. Chaim, he was a chemical engineer. Presently, the Chinese president, His Excellency Mr. Xi Jinping, he is also a chemical engineer. Besides, we have many other chemical engineers at the world level as well as at the national level. Some of them, the prominent name of Indian chemical engineers that you will see, Professor Anu Sharma, Professor R.M. Ashankar, Professor Ashutosh Sharma, many more. And then one person that you know, all of you know, is Mr. Mukesh Ambani. He is also a chemical engineer and he has studied from ICT Mumbai. Now coming to the department was established in 1978 and it began with an intake of 30 students as a BS engineering program. Later on in 1999 it was converted to BTech program. Now we have around 40 seats including other different categories. So intake is around 40. These are the faculty resources. That is, we have the department has highly qualified faculty. Most of them have the PhD and MTech from IIT. and they have a lot of experience. Besides, in total we have 14 teachers, in which 3 are professors, 6 are associate professors, and 3 assistant professors, 2 guest teachers, and contractor. These are the facilities which you will be availing at the central level, at college level, as well as at the departmental level, that is book bank and the departmental seminar library. We have different laboratories for mechanics, mass transfer, heat transfer, and many more. We have a dedicated computer lab and a workshop. We have a small research lab also. Besides, we have the department has the provision of industrial visits and internship, which is a part of the syllabus. And of course, at the departmental level and college level, we have a TPO, training and placement officers, which helps in the placement and training of their students. These are some of the glimpses of the laboratories, that is heat transfer, fluid mechanics, as I told you, mechanical operation lab, reaction engineering, computer application lab, energy technology lab, and process dynamics and control lab. These are the UG classroom, computer lab, PG classroom, and seminar library of the department. These are the placement of in some of the years. And you see that in total we have around 74, 73 placements out of 90 students, in which some went for higher studies, some qualified grade, and some were placed. These are some of the distinguished alumni of the department. You can search on the net as well as on the departmental website. Some of are my batchmate, some of the batchmate of our seniors. They are at very good position. So the department for chemical engineering, the department offer a very good platform those who are aspiring to be a chemical engineer. With this, I end my talk and thank you and best wishes. Last statement that I would like to request to the students and to their parents as well. जैसा कि अभी डीन साहब ने कहा और प्रोफेसर कामिल साहब ने कहा और कृष्ण साहब ने कहा, all branches are same, everything is same. It is not the car, it is the driver. तो आपको ये ध्यान में रखना है, आप किसी भी फील्ड में जाइए उसमें बहुत अच्छा करिए और एट दिस कॉस्ट आपको जो फैसिलिटीज मिली हुई है या मिलेंगी ये कहीं पे भी नहीं होगा. Even at the best of the best institutes, you will not get this type of academic environment, teaching and research facilities at this cost level. ठीक है. दूसरी चीज जो है जो कि आपकी क्लास के से रिलेटेड है, अटेंडेंस है, असाइनमेंट है. जितने भी टीचर्स यहाँ पर बैठे हुए हैं, हमारे भी कुछ टीचर्स हैं और कुछ के हम टीचर. They have a knowledge which you do not have. The knowledge of experience. आपका कोई भी टीचर, कोई भी सीनियर प्रोफेसर, एनी फैकल्टी मेंबर या आपके सीनियर भी, अगर आपसे कोई बात कहते हैं इसकी चीज को, उसको सुनिए, समझिए और उस पर अमल कीजिए. जितने भी टीचर्स हैं, दे आर योर वेल विशर्स. कोई भी टीचर जैसे ब्रांचेस कोई खराब नहीं होती, कोई भी टीचर खराब नहीं, लेकिन वो आपकी भलाई की बात करते हैं. विद दिस आई एम बी सीरियस, बी सिंसियर एंड listen to what your seniors and teachers say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Danish. I would now like to invite the Chairman Department of Civil Engineering, Professor Amjad Masood Saab, to address the gathering.
Dear participants, welcome to the college and welcome to the audible, I hope. Last chair. Okay. So welcome to the college and welcome to the induction program. So you have been selected. So you have graduated. This is your first year of engineering. Again, I wish you best of luck. start with what is civil engineering. Everybody has some engineering training on earth. All right. So, as per your ambition, now you are actually coming into the college. So, so wish you best of luck. And to start with, I'll just highlight a few things about the department. Department has above 40 faculty. Good, we have good, excellent facilities, excellent labs, equipped labs. So you will definitely in your first year, or probably you have strength of material lab. So you'll be coming to our department. Now to start with, and of course, the faculty we have are renowned faculties, meaning they have done their PhDs, so they are from different IITs and abroad. So, when you enter a city, what do you see? You see the infrastructure. Infrastructure is divided into lifeline essentials, okay, and these lifeline essentials are very important. Like what are lifeline structures? Bridges, roads, bridges, hospitals, which become very important when you have a calamity, without which you cannot, what you call as post operations of that calamity, it cannot be attended. So, civil engineering, of course, what you when you enter a city, you see the these days. If I define large skyscrapers, all right, bridges, okay, airports, and other infrastructure, which is an essential infrastructure. And it is civil engineer, and this is developed. This particular what I'm talking about, the essential and infrastructure, is developed by the team of engineers, and they always these engineers will always be in demand, and they will never go out of stock because building construction is a very critical activity, and otherwise, to start with, where we were in prehistoric days, where we were living in caves. So, essential thing is that caves are providing shelter against nature and natural forces like wind, earthquake, etc. So, and of course, if you're living in a jungle, then wild creatures you should be protected from the wild creatures. So, construction is for human safety and comfort. So that is where the civil engineering comes in. So construction, of course, what are the different structures you are going to construct? Before construction, you design. So when you design, you choose a material. Fine. This is the way you proceed. You have RCC structures, you have steel frame structures, you have bridges made of steel. And of course, what is important is during rains, of course, you have experienced this in Aligarh yesterday. The sewage system should be well designed. That's another thing which mostly Indian cities are short of, not attended. Of course, now let us talk about as civil engineering as a career option. It never slows down. It never slows down means you design, you have new structures, you have old structures, and when there are old structures, you have repair and maintenance. So every aspect your civil engineer is required. Of course, when you come to the department and pass out, you have different options. So, to the youngsters coming into the college, I want to tell you something. Plan what you're going to do in your after your UG program. Okay, but I found that students are smart enough these days. They are from the very third year of the engineering. They are planning ahead. They are planning for PG programs, not only in IITs, but they are moving abroad. And that's a good sign. So your ambitions should be defined that after BTech I'll be doing my MTech and where from. That's what is important. And then you can think of, higher studies, go for PhD and so on and so forth, as per your liking and ambition. So, what are there are, again, we can come to the innovative technologies. When you, in ancient times, of course, when we are designing, not many tools are required. Not many tools are required for solving equations for during analysis tools, and then you require what we call as uh, softwares. So if you are going into designing, you have to learn few things like uh, AutoCAD. You should learn software for design. Like you will understand that later, right now, SAP, and so on and so forth. So technology comes in there. And when we define, when we actually design, you have two types of loads. You can understand this. I'm not going into the design. You can understand the importance of design. You have material. I've already explained RCC and reinforced cement concrete and steel structures. Okay, and when you are talking of steel structures, skilled labor is required. That's another thing. What is important is when you are designing, you have two types of load: dead load, live load, and occasional loads. Occasional loads are earthquake loads and wind load. Okay, occasional, probabilistic. They may occur, they may not occur during the lifespan of the structure, service lifespan of the structure. So this is something. When we are talking of earthquake, then and wind loads, then it becomes dynamic load. All right. So static loads, dynamic loads. You will be studying all this. I'm not going into the detail of this. So with experience, when I may put something as per your first of all your globally acceptable based on your experience, based on their experience in the field you're mastering. All right. And what is important is this experience will take you to different parts of the world. All right. And so there is nothing like working in one particular department. Civil engineering is everywhere. Everywhere. Okay? No location specified. Right? So global opportunities, you have wide range of infrastructure for projects. Like if I'm talking about offshore structures, offshore structures are specialized things. All right. So you have different opportunities, and you have to cash in. And if you're thinking of your pay, pay pay scale, of course, when I compare scale of CA to an engineer, CA will get more initially. Okay, but as you gain experience, as civil engineer gets experience, his salary grows exponentially. Civil engineer managers, they are who are managing the projects, they will be getting more in later phase of life when they get the the experience. You will be called for the job. So you have this particular advantage based on the experience you gain. And of course, your pay will also be exponentially increasing with your experience. So you have global experience. Of course, then you have this is actually a team. It's not, it's a team job. You have senior manager, you have senior engineers, and you have different engineers working under the manager. Okay, so what is important here is it is a teamwork, and the team has to develop the infrastructure, and that should be safe and usable and durable. Like it should not be like roads being constructed, bridges being constructed these days. आपने देखा होगा न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते हैं आप लोग ब्रिज कोलैप्स रोड बनी और खराब हो गई so structure you design and construct it should be durable so that's very important. World will be a better place. David Bogoso has given one line. There are as many types of engineers as you can think of, but they are all working to help people, community. All right. So that's what, and that's what is important: community building. So regarding high salary, you will get a high salary based on experience. In public sector, you will make the life of the community good enough. It's a respected profession. Respected only if you're delivering. If you're delivering a safe, durable structure, otherwise you know what you'll be rewarded with. I will not elaborate that. So, and with this, I welcome you all to the department. What the other speaker has said, keep in touch with the seniors, keep in touch with the professors of the department. Don't hesitate. Okay, there should be no inhibition. You can again and again ask for what you call as if you have any difficulties. Teachers are available for you. Thank you. If you have any questions, please do.
Thank you so much, sir, for the overview regarding the discipline and the department. I would now like to invite the Chairman Department of Computer Engineering, Professor Rashid Ali, to address our audience.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all of you. Respected Principal Sir, Program Manager Professor Kamil Sir, Dr. Ali Ram Sir, respected faculty members, head of departments, proud parents, guests, and my dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of the Department of Computer Engineering. I congratulate all of you for getting admission to one of the prestigious institutions of India. Department of Computer Engineering was established in the year 1990 in the Engineering College with an intake of 30 for BTech Computer Engineering students. Then again in 2003 we started MTech in Computer Science and Engineering. The intake was increased for BTech in the year 2005 from 30 to 60, and that is the present intake now. While the intake for MTech was initially 16, which was increased to be 20 from 25-26. Department of Computer Engineering offers BTech, MTech as well as PhD program in the area of computer engineering. This department is not very old, but it has contributed a lot to the strength in the field of computer engineering and affected the lives of many students who are now serving as at different positions as entrepreneurs, as civil service officers, faculty members in different parts of the world. Some of our students, some of our alumni, they are serving as at the level of even associate professor level in US. So the strength of the department is young and dynamic faculty from reputed institutes. Many of our faculty members have done PhDs from IITs and premier institutions from the world. Some of them also have done postdoctoral research from US and Sweden, Norway, yes, Norway. And department has good infrastructure facility. We have many GPU-based workstations, high-end servers, iNet systems, many well-established software and hardware labs, network lab. The students are very dynamic. Your seniors have done very well. They have got many awards at different hackathons and different competitions. Research output is also very good. Some of the students have published their papers in reputed international journals and conferences of repute. Placement is also very excellent for BTech computer engineering students. So the major research areas of Department of Computer Engineering is computer networks, artificial intelligence and machine learning, web mining and information retrieval, computer security, parallel and distributed systems, and software engineering. So I welcome you all to the college, and the next 4 years will shape not only your technical knowledge but also your personality, values, and professional identity. Engineering is much more than a degree. You have taken admission to UG program or PG program in our college, but it's just not earning a degree in next 4 years or 2 years, but it's about developing the ability to solve problems. Whenever you will go in industry, you will get real world problems. The problems that need to be solved by creativity. And unfortunately, I would like to tell you that due to the use of AI tools, this is hampering our creativity. So what I suggest to my students that don't kill your creativity. If you are using AI or other tools, use them responsibly. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter in your lives, a journey filled with opportunities to learn, innovate, and transform ideas into reality. Some of you might turn into entrepreneurs. Some of you might maybe good researchers in near future. So all of us know the importance of the field of computer engineering. This is shaping our world due to digital transformation. In last, I should say 30 years, it has tremendously affected lives of common people. So it's affecting our lives, daily lives, from communication and healthcare to education, transportation, almost every aspect of our daily life. Agriculture, finance, entertainment, everywhere. We use computing technologies, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, cloud computing, cybersecurity, robotics, and Internet of Things. And nowadays we are talking of quantum computing. These are redefining industries across the world. As computer engineering students, you will enter a profession that not only adapts to change but drives it. The knowledge and skills you acquire here will enable you to create solutions that improve lives and address global challenges. College life beyond the classroom. See, in the college you will be from maybe 8 to 5 or 8 to 4, but there is no replacement of classroom teaching. You learn whatever you learn in classroom, that you cannot learn through other means. Most of the students nowadays think they can learn online. Even there are many coaching centers, they are say offering many courses online. There are SWAYAM courses that are being offered online. That's fine. We can undergo all this and get the certificates. That's good, no problem. But at the same time, the importance of college teaching, classroom teaching is very much important, I would say. You must be aware of this, that the college provides you countless opportunities for your growth through technical clubs, coding competitions, hackathons, innovation challenges, research projects, internships, sports and cultural activities. You must participate in these activities, but not at the cost of your studies. You must attend classes regularly and solve whatever problems your teacher is assigning to you. This will develop leadership quality and teamwork, communication skills, creativity, and confidence inside. So these qualities that employers and society value as much as technical expertise. So success in the field of computer engineering does not depend just only on intelligence. It depends on curiosity, consistency, and perseverance. You must remember these principles. Be curious. Never stop asking why, how. Learn continuously because technology evolves rapidly. Whatever you are being taught in the classroom this year, next year it might change. So you must be aware of what are the new topics in the area you are working. Practice regularly. Programming is a skill that improves with consistent effort. And learn from your mistakes. Every error is an opportunity to improve. And collaborate with your peers, your seniors, your alumni. You must collaborate with them. And great innovations, they often emerge from teamwork. You might be very intelligent, but if you are working on your own, you might not produce something good. But if you're working with a team, you have seniors with you, faculty members with you, then you might come up with some good product. And do not compare your journey with others. Each student has unique strength and learns at a different pace. Some of you might be very good in programming skills, but not so good in study. It's quite happening. So don't think that I am very weak in study. No, it's a skill that you have that is important. And focus on becoming a better version of yourself every day. While academic skills are very important, employers seek professionals with a balanced skills. So ethics is also very important. You must learn professional ethics. And during these 4 years of your undergraduate program, try to develop strong programming and problem solving skills. knowledge of algorithms and data structure. These are basics of computer engineering. Good communication and presentation abilities, critical and analytical thinking, teamwork and leadership, and time management is very important. Time management. Don't waste your time. Try to utilize every bit, every second, and be disciplined. Remember this that you may get technical knowledge, but in an interview, people see your communication skills, your attitude, and your professionalism, which will help you to build a successful career. And as I told you, always use technology responsibly. Don't kill your creativity. Technology is to be used, but as future engineers, you must create systems that affect millions of people. Therefore, always uphold ethical values, respect intellectual property, protect user privacy, maintain data security, avoid plagiarism, and use artificial intelligence responsibly. Your technical decisions should always be guided by honesty, fairness, and social responsibility. And always try to build good habits. Your success over the next 4 years will have effect whatever habits that you have. So whatever habits you cultivate today, that will affect your career, your future. And as I pointed out earlier, that be regular in the classes. There is no replacement of classroom teaching. And read beyond the syllabus. Everything cannot be covered in the classroom teaching. So you must learn something out of the syllabus and practice coding every day. Work on small projects. To apply your knowledge, you should start with small projects. That might be looking very simple, but will help you to gain confidence. Once you get confidence, you can work on major projects and some larger projects. And develop a habit of reading technical blogs, research articles, and documentation. Seek guidance from teachers wherever needed. Teachers are always there to help you. And maintain a healthy balance between academics, extracurricular activities, and personal well-being. Small daily improvements lead to remarkable achievements over time. So, coming years will present both opportunities and challenges. There will be moments of excitement when you solve difficult problems, and moments of frustration where you are unable to solve the problems. So, what I was telling, always start from smaller projects. So that will build confidence inside you, and don't lose your heart. If you are able to solve smaller problem, there is one very important technology in algorithm design that we call divide and conquer. That first divide your project into smaller projects and try to solve those projects. Try to solve those problems. And finally, you can combine the solution of different individual smaller problems to get the solution for the bigger problem. So every successful engineer has failures before achieving success. So what I say, such failure is one step in the path of success. So don't lose your heart on any failure. Whatever failure that you are facing, that will lead to success. So believe in yourself, remain disciplined, and keep learning. The effort you invest today will determine the opportunities available for you tomorrow. Thank you, and my best wishes to all of you.
Thank you so much, Professor Rashid. I would now like to invite Dr. Arthur Servo to represent Department of Electrical Engineering.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, and faculty members, and dear students. I am Adil Sarwar, and I would be talking about something about Department of Electrical Engineering on behalf of Chairman of Department of Electrical Engineering. First of all, I would welcome all of you to this great place of learning, and let me start with the brief history of our department. It was established way back in 1940, and we have UG program, we have PG program, and doctoral program. Current intake of UG program is 60, and current intake of PG program is 36. PG program has got 4 sub branches, which has been mentioned here in the slide, and all of the programs are accredited by National Board of Accreditation. We have 6 research groups in our department, where faculty members and students involve themselves in these research groups. We have power electronics and drives group, power system engineering, high voltage instrumentation, biomedical instrumentation, and renewable energy system. We have various departmental facilities, which I will shortly show you. We have international collaborations and fellowships with other universities around the globe. Right now, as of now, we have 12 professors and 6 associate professors and 7 assistant professors working in our department. Let us quickly go through the various faculty members who are working in our department. They work in different areas of specialization. I will be just sliding down, and you can see so that you get aware with the various faculty members who are working here. Okay, now talking about research and publication, lots of books have been published, lots of journal publications are there. Faculty members as well as the students are encouraged to present papers in conferences around the world, and we have also lots of patents that have been granted, and many of them have also been published. These are some of the books that have been written by the faculty members of the department. You might be studying these books when you will be doing the various courses in your program of studies. About the highlights, normally 30 students every year qualify in GATE examination, and we have one departmental seminar. We have online access to almost all the books and international journals and other resources that are available online. The syllabus is as per the AICTE norm, and it has been designed keeping in view the syllabus of the GATE. GATE is actually an examination which is conducted for students who pass out their engineering and they are interested in taking admission in higher courses in India. And some of the PSCs also take students directly into their company by way of the scores that the students score in GATE. The student to teacher ratio is 12:1. So, talking about some of the facilities in EEG, we have various labs, which I am showing you here. We have non-conventional energy lab. There is a dedicated research lab, which is available for the students of UG, PG, as well as the PhD students. We have machine lab. We have instrumentation lab. We have power system lab. We have the control lab. The electrical drives lab is there. There is a SCADA lab. The virtual instrumentation lab is there. Then simulation lab with some licensed software is also available for the students. We have dedicated seminar library apart from the book bank which is there in the college and the Maulana Azad library which is there in the university. The department also holds events in regular interval of time. Most recently, we had an IEEE International Conference in 2023, and then we do have other events like this BSc sponsored 2-week industrial training program. Then other events are also there. The ICT Vani sponsored 3-day workshop. These events are regularly organized to upskill the students as well as the faculty members of the department. We also arrange industrial visits for the students and they go around to these places. We have a number of power plants located not very far off from Aligarh. So we do regularly take our students to those power plants and substations which are located around within 200 to 250 kilometers of Aligarh. And that enriches them with the latest happening going on in this industry. These are some of the snapshots of the students who visited these places. We have some notable alumni from our department. You can just see them. Then there are others, some notable alumni. The list is long, I have just mentioned some of them. Some of our alumni are working as faculty in IITs and NITs. Some are working in international universities. And many of them are getting into PSUs and government organizations. Some have been mentioned here. Recently, many of the students are going for higher studies also in IITs as well as outside the country. We have a number of students getting international jobs also. There is a MITAX program which was being jointly organized by India and Canada, wherein the student would get an opportunity to visit a Canadian university and do some internship there for 2 months. Some of our students have been they did their internship in 2021, 22, 23. More recently, because of some unwanted situation, the things haven't been materialized. But hopefully, in near future, things will become better and this internship offer will again be open. So this is something brief introduction about the department. If you have any query, question, please feel free to ask. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Adil. I would now like to invite the Chair of Department of Electronics Engineering, Professor Tahir Kabir, to deliver his address.
मुझे तो मोबाइल से ही करना है माइक को सेट करो जी माइक सेट करो मोबाइल से माइक से तो रेस्पेक्टेड डीन माइक रेस्पेक्टेड डीन प्रोफेसर निसार साहब प्रिंसिपल प्रोफेसर मुजम्मिल साहब स्टूडेंट इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम कोऑर्डिनेटर प्रोफेसर मोहम्मद कामिल डॉक्टर Ali Imran and colleagues and my dear students. Good morning to all of you. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the induction program and congratulations on the become part of our department. I wish you all success and rewarding academic journey. So I will give the brief about the department. Department of Electronics Engineering established in 1988 and has earned earned strong reputation in the teaching, research, and innovation. We are committed to providing quality education and preparing our students for successful careers in industry, research, and higher studies. Department offers undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD programs. You will have the opportunity to learn modern technologies such as VLSI, design, embedded system, wireless communication, signal processing, and microelectronics and computer networks through experienced faculty members and well-equipped laboratories. Most of the students on the campus placement in good companies. Some of them got selected in PCUS to GATE and remaining go for higher studies in IIT, NIT or abroad. Regular attendance is essential for academic success. So kindly attend all your classes and laboratory sessions regularly by punctual and complete your assignments on time. Do not wait until examinations to begin your preparation. Make learning regular habit from the very first day. Make full use of laboratories, workshops, seminars, technical events, projects, and internship opportunities available in the department. Active participation in these activities will help you develop practical knowledge, technical skills, and confidence. Next point is very important. Maintain the discipline, honesty, and respect towards your teachers, staff members, and fellow students. Develop good communication skills, teamwork, and positive attitude. These qualities are equally important for your personal and professional growth. So, your time at the university will play an important role in shaping your future. Work hard, stay focused, and make the best use of every opportunity available in the department. The faculty members of the department are always ready to guide and support you in your academic journey. Once again, I welcome you all to the departments of electronics engineering and wish you every success in your academic and professional journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I would now like to invite the Chairman, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Professor Raisuddin Ansari Sir, to deliver his address.
अरे आगे बताइए
Assalamu alaikum and very good morning to you all. Respected Dean Saab, Principal Saab, Program Coordinator, and Dr. Alim Ram, as well as the faculty members, dear students, and parents. Being a representative of Mechanical Engineering Department, I'd like to present the overview and the facilities mainly available in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. The Department of Mechanical Engineering is one of the oldest department. As we know, the mechanical engineering one of the oldest branch of engineering, and the people used to say the engineering evolves with the engines, and it is the reality that without mechanical engineering, the physical presence of the products or the concept cannot be produced without the help of the facilities of the mechanical engineering. So although it is one of the oldest branch of engineering, but still it has its application in all branch of engineering. If they want to put the products of their concept, their ideas, etc., they have to take the facilities of the mechanical engineering and should consult with the mechanical engineers. So the Department of Mechanical Engineering started graduation program in 1942 with an intake of 90 students. This is one of the bigger group in the engineering college. And in subsequent years, 1965, 1971, 1980, it has introduced the different specialization of the mechanical engineering as thermal engineering, industrial and production engineering, machine design. And keeping the demand of the industry and the market, the Department of Mechanical Engineering taken a lead to introduce a second graduation program, that is BTech Automobile Engineering with specialization as electric and hybrid vehicle. We have a good number of faculty, that is more than 45 faculty members, that is professor, associate professor, assistant professors are there, and majority of them having their PhDs and postdoc from foreign universities like USA, UK, Canada, and eminent the engineering institute, that is IITs. This is one as a glimpse of the faculty members of the mechanical engineering department. There are 4 major streams. In the organizational arrangement in the department is there that there are 4 major groups as thermal engineering group, fluid mechanics group, machine design group, industrial and projection engineering group. The total faculty are more than 45. The physical infrastructures available, it is shown as an overview. There are about 22 laboratories with upgraded equipments, facilities, etc., so that the skills or technical skills should be developed along with the theoretical concepts. And there are 8 shops in the workshop. This is one of the common course that is to be taught to students of all branches of engineering. So that is the mechanical engineering workshop is one of the core courses in the first year. I'd like to mention that there are 4 courses in the first year for all students of BTech to go through that, to have the concept of the engineering through engineering mechanics, thermal sciences, engineering workshop, and engineering drawing. So the 8 shops of the workshop they facilitate for the mechanical engineering workshops, and some of the just overview of these facilities is there with the pictures. There are learning resources are there, IT infrastructure, and a large computing system lab apart from the postgraduate computing lab, etc., for the different groups is there. Some of the names of these laboratories are there. That is heat power laboratory, refrigeration, air conditioning, combustion and air pollution, heat transfer and solar energy, flow visualization lab. Some of these labs are basically at the PG and research lab, but these are the labs, etc. Computational solid mechanics lab, impact mechanics lab, machinery dynamics and vibration lab, smart structure lab, stress analysis and tribology lab, machinery condition monitoring lab, then our manufacturing research lab, ergonomic research lab, SIMS and FMS, that is flexible manufacturing system lab, additive manufacturing having the 3D printing facilities, etc. Powder metallurgy lab, and in the fluid mechanics area, aerodynamics, fluid mechanics, sustainable energy and acoustic research lab, CERN, high performance computing, that is HPC, unmanned air vehicle lab. Apart from that, recently the automobile engineering lab has been developed for the new BTech program in automobile engineering, and robotics, automation, and AI lab is there. So just a brief pictures, views of these labs, etc. are there of the department. So this is a brief just introduction of the laboratories. There are many courses which provide the skill orientation, the skill development of the students, because they are supposed to interact with the people of industry and the people who are interested to produce the things, transform the concept into the physical, the objects, etc. like that. So the curriculum of mechanical engineering, it includes the CAD/CAM, mechatronics, AI for mechanical engineering, hands-on, learning through labs, projects, internships, and industrial training, and use of modern techniques and tools, that is AutoCAD, Abacus, Simulia, CATIA, CNC machine tool, etc. for industry readiness. And the focus of the industry is represented with the industry integration through labs and training, funded by some of the leading industries like BMW, that is Volvo, and DRDO through some projects. The industry experts involved in the curriculum design and guest lectures, internship, industrial training is being used to improve the practical skill and employability. And the online courses have been introduced in the curriculum from 2023 onward, as per the directives of AICT and UGC. The compulsory, the online courses are there. That is to be learned through the SWAM and NPTEL portal. It is part of the compulsory courses. And the internship field projects is there for UG and PG curriculum, and emphasize the internship projects, dissertation, industry visits, and notable industry academia. The institution interaction is there. In some of the industries, that is recently we was in touch, that is JCB India Limited, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Tata Steel, BHEL, etc. And the academic institution interaction is there with most of the eminent IITs, that is IIT Delhi, Kanpur, and other reputed institutes. The technical and domain-related clubs, activities, and technical festival, etc. is there. It is with collaboration with different department offices, but the presence of mechanical engineering students, mechanical faculty is there in these clubs. These are the SAE, Society of Automotive Engineers, MTS AUV, that is Marine Technology, Society Autonomous Underwater Vehicle Club, ASHRAE, the American Society of Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning Engineering, IEOM, Industrial Engineering and Operation Management Society, UAVs, Unmanned Aerial Vehicle, and SFPE, this is a new society that has been established, Society of Fire Protection Engineers. So these are there where the presence of mechanical engineering student as well as the mechanical engineering faculty is there, through which the skill can be sharpened. And the other activities with the college and the university is made through these are some of the activities where participation of the faculty and mechanical engineering students are there, and some of the facilities, the general social facilities and services are available through these. The placement of mechanical engineering is very good in this year. It is this year because of the bifurcation of the mechanical engineering and automobile engineering, the intake was reduced to 52, 51. The regular students were there, and all of them almost they have been placed in 2025-26. And even the students of new program, that is BTech automobile engineering, will also, although it is a new program, but placed through the campus placement that is there. The highest CTC is for these students of mechanical engineering and the automobile engineering is 21.6 lakh per annum. And the process is still going on. Some of the industries where the students were placed are L&T, Voltas, Bharat Petroleum, Mahindra, Media, etc. Some of the startups are also associated with mechanical engineering to promote and prioritize entrepreneurship among students, staff, faculty, and general public. The Innovation Council and University Incubation Center have incubated several startups. Some of the views are there. The underwater vehicle is there. Solar heater or cooker is there. So these are some of the startups where the mechanical engineering faculty and students were involved like that. For the research activities, the department has good collaboration with the national and international institutions. The academic collaboration is shown with the international universities as well as the national institute of importance, eminent facilities, and along with that, the MOUs are also having with some industries. Some of them is shown here, and there are joint projects with the IITs, IIT Roorkee, IIT Kanpur, and other IITs, and the joint venture supervision is there with the IITs and the defense, DRDO, etc. Through the research projects. So this is the general overview of that. Now, for other details and the facilities, you are all, especially the new students, are most welcome to visit the laboratory, the department, and contact the office of the chairman, mechanical department, for any queries and the assistance required for their academic journey as well as for other queries related to their stay in Aligarh Muslim University. I wish you all for your stay in Aligarh, especially in ZH College of Engineering, and you are always welcome to the department and to the office of this humble fellow for any assistance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now like to invite the Chairman Department of Petroleum Studies, Professor Javed Rizvi Saab, to deliver his address.
Respected Dean Sir, Professor Nisar Sir, respected Principal ZHCET, Professor Muzammil Sir, respected Professor Mohammed Kabil sir, Dr. Ali Imran, my dear colleagues, and all the newcomers students coming to the ZHCT. I welcome all of you on the behalf of the Chairman Department of Petroleum Studies. This is my privilege to present Department of Petroleum Studies, brief introduction of Department of Petroleum Studies. So, first of all, I congratulate all the entering students to the most prestigious institution of the country. You have not merely joined degree program, you have become a part of a long distinguished academic tradition of a leader university. Today marks the beginning of an exciting journey. Over the next 4 years, you will not only learn engineering, you will learn how to think like an engineer, solve the problem, work in team, conduct experiments, communicate your ideas, most importantly, create something useful for the society. A brief introduction of our department. Let us begin with the history of the department. The foundation of present Department of Petroleum Studies was back in 1983 when University Grant Commission sanctioned the establishment of Institute of Petroleum Studies and Chemical Engineering. The institute was subsequently developed into Department of Petroleum Studies under the Faculty of Engineering and Technology. The department has a distinct identity. We are among the pioneers in India in providing specialized education in petroleum, petrochemicals, polymers, gas processing, along with the fundamental principles of the chemical engineering. Over the years, department has developed teaching and research laboratories and a strong academic environment. Our faculty members are engaged in teaching, research, publication, consultancy with industry. So when you are entering this department, you are entering a department with a strong heritage as well as future-oriented outlook. What does petroleum studies actually mean? Some of you may wondering why this department is called petroleum studies when our BTech program cover much more than petroleum. That is the good question. Petroleum is not simply petrol or diesel that we put into a vehicle. Petroleum is the starting point of enormous industrial ecosystem. From crude oil and natural gas, we obtain fuel, lubricants, solvent, petrochemical building blocks. These building blocks are then converted into plastics, polymer, synthetic fibers, paints, adhesive, packaging materials, pharmaceutical, detergents, tire, automotive component, and countless other products that are surrounded us every day. These, therefore, petroleum and petrochemical engineering sit at the intersection of the chemistry, physics, mathematics, process engineering, material, and energy. And that is precisely what makes our program exciting. Our BTech program, the undergraduate program of our department, was traditionally known as BTech Petrochemical Engineering from the academic session of 2025-26. Onwards, it has been renamed as BTech Chemical Technology Specialization in Refining and Petrochemicals. The change in the name in part is because it reflects the broader technological scope of the program. Your education will provide you with the fundamental knowledge of chemical engineering, and then you will take towards the specialized areas such as petroleum refining, petroleum, sorry, petrochemical technology, hydrocarbon processing, polymers and plastic technology, gas processing, process design and simulation, industrial safety, energy and sustainable development, environmental protection, waste management. You will gradually understand how a complex industrial plant converts raw material into valuable products. For example, you may start with a simple question: how does crude oil coming out of the ground become petrol, diesel, aviation fuel, lubricants, petrochemical feedstock? The answer involves in fascinating combination of thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, heat transfer, mass transfer, reaction engineering, separation process, process control, and chemical technology. That is what you will learn here. But remember, you are not here merely to study petroleum. The world is changing rapidly. The energy sector is moving towards renewable energy, green hydrogen technology, energy storage, carbon management, recycling, and sustainable materials. Department present vision goes beyond conventional hydrocarbon. It aims towards excellence in hydrocarbon processing, petrochemical technology, energy, advanced material with sustainable development in mind. So during your 4 years here, I would encourage you not to think only about oil and gas. Think about energy, material, environment, sustainability, circular economy, green hydrogen, recycling, advanced polymer, artificial intelligence, and process modeling. These are the areas where many of the future opportunity will emerge. What will you learn in this department? Your first year is going to be different from what many of you may have imagined. You will study fundamental subjects like mathematics, physics, chemistry, basic engineering, programming, and other fundamental courses. Do not underestimate these subjects. Mathematics will become language of your engineering. Physics will help you understand processes. Chemistry will help you understand materials and reactions. Programming will increasingly become tool of engineering analysis. As you move towards higher semester, you will encounter specialized subjects related to chemical technology, petroleum refining, petrochemicals, transport process, heat and mass transfer, reaction engineering, process control, process design, etc. And importantly, you not only learn everything from the textbook, you will learn through laboratory, experiment, project, simulation, industrial exposure, seminar, and interaction with the faculty member. What can you become after doing this degree? Another question that students frequently ask, sir, what I will do after my BTech? The answer is many things. Our graduates have worked in organizations including Indian Oil Corporation, ONGC, Reliance Industry, Qatar Petroleum, L&T, DRDO, Tata Chemicals, and other national and international organizations of the department, and also record of students pursuing higher studies and research in India and abroad. You can enter industry related to oil and gas, petroleum refining, petrochemicals, polymers, plastic, chemicals, energy, manufacturing process, engineering, environmental technology, and allied sector. You can also pursue MTech, PhD, MBA, or other specialized postgraduate programs, or move into research, entrepreneurship, consulting, and technology development. One important message for new students: let me give you one piece of advice. Don't make your BTech only about getting marks. Marks are important, but engineering is much bigger than the marks. During these 4 years, develop five things. First, fundamental understanding and concept rather than simple memorizing them. Second, communication. Learn to express your technical ideas both verbally and in writing. Third, computational skill. Become comfortable with the programming, simulation, data analysis, and modern digital tools. Fourth, practical skill. Take your laboratory work seriously, learn how things actually work, and fifth is curiosity. Ask questions. If you see a refinery, ask how it works. If you see a plastic product, ask how it was manufactured. If you see environmental problem, ask how an engineer can solve it. That curiosity will eventually turn you in an engineer. Finally, you have come to AMU at every uh, time. The world needs energy, but it also needs cleaner energy. The world needs plastic, advanced material, but it also needs sustainable material and recycling. Industry needs engineers who understand traditional technologies but can also adopt AI, digitalization, hydrogen, advanced material, and sustainable process. Our objective is to prepare you for precisely this changing world. This Department of Petroleum Study is not simply going to give you a degree. We want to give you the knowledge, confidence, capability to build a career and contribute eventually to the society. So once again, I welcome you to the Department of Petroleum Studies, Aligarh Muslim University. I hope that when you leave this department after 4 years, you will not simply say, I completed my BTech. You will say, I have become an engineer. And more importantly, I became an engineer who can make the difference. I wish every one of you a very successful, enjoyable, and rewarding journey at AMU. Welcome to the Department of Petroleum Studies. Welcome to Aligarh Muslim University, and welcome to the beginning of your engineering career. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Javed Rizvi. I would now like to invite the Chairman Department of Applied Mathematics, Professor Abhimanyu Khan, to deliver his talk. Principal ZHCET, Professor Muhammad Mufid, Professor Kamil Khan, Coordinator for Teacher Program, students, faculty members, dear colleagues, parents, and my dear students, Assalamu alaikum, a very good morning to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of the Department of Applied Mathematics and on our own behalf, whose Association College of Engineering and Technology at University. First of all, congratulations on becoming a part of India's most prestigious institution. Your admission here is not merely the beginning of the degree, it is the beginning of the journey learning, innovation, discipline, and personal growth. Aligarh Muslim University, founded by the Sir Khan, has been a symbol of excellence in higher education for over a century. It has produced distinguished scientists, engineers, academicians, administrators, entrepreneurs, and leaders who have served the society across the globe. The Department of Applied Mathematics has a proud history of academic excellence and research. The Department of Applied Sciences was established in the year 1958 with the Faculty of Engineering and Technology. In 1988, the matric section was upgraded to the Department of Applied Mathematics. Since then, it has been contributing significantly to engineering education and mathematical research. Our department is responsible for teaching mathematics to the students of various branches of engineering. Everywhere we teach mathematics to hundreds of academic students, helping them build a mathematical foundation required in engineering and technology. Why mathematics is important for the engineers? Many students think about it just another subject. In reality, mathematics is the language of engineers. Whether you are designing bridge,
develop artificial intelligence, build a communication system, write a software, or analysis data. Mathematics is the foundation behind every engineering discipline. A strong mathematical foundation will make you a better engineer and a better problem solver. Especially for the first year, we take student mathematics is taught in both the semester and the fourth credit courses. The syllabus is more advanced than classical level and it introduces new topics. The primary focus is on advanced calculus, ordinary differential equation, partial differential equation, integral transform, Fourier transform and Fourier series, etc. with an emphasis on general engineering applications. These topics provide a mathematical foundation needed to understand and excel in the core subject of various engineering disciplines. Dear students, engineering education is not only about passing examination as mentioned earlier speakers. It is about developing analytical thinking, learning problem solving skill, working with integrity, repeating teachers and respecting the teachers and fellow students, and building a confidence, becoming a responsible citizen, and therefore attend your classes regularly. Never hesitate to ask questions. Make use of library, laboratory, and other infrastructure like sports, cultural activities, and the innovation programs, as mentioned in the earlier speakers. Most importantly is that you maintain honesty, discipline, and respect for everyone. Being a chairman of the Department of Applied Mathematics, we assure you that the Department of Applied Mathematics will always support your academic journey. Our door remain open whenever you needed academic guidance and mentorship. Together we will strive to make your years at AMU productive, memorable, and successful. Our department has a dedicated team of well qualified and experienced faculty members. We have 3 professors, 4 associate professors, and 7 assistant professors. They specialize in various research areas including physical intuition, fluid mechanics, numerical analysis, optimization, special functions, sectional calculus, mathematical modeling, computational mathematics, and applied analysis. The departments regularly organize every year National Mathematics Day, faculty development program, and extension lectures. Apart from teaching, our faculty members actively publish research paper in internationally reputed journals and supervise PhD students. As mentioned earlier, speakers, जैसे कि डीन साहब ने कहा और प्रिंसिपल साहब ने क्लास कभी मिस मत करिए, रेगुलर कई क्लासेस में रहिए और अपनी सब्जेक्ट के साथ रिपोर्ट के साथ ऑनेस्टी रखिए। खासतौर से मैं पेरेंट्स से दरखास्त करना चाहूंगा, यहाँ पर मौजूद है क्योंकि मैं डिफरेंट स्टेजेस पे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का पार्ट रहा, बच्चों की बहुत आती है। उस मद्देनजर आप सिर्फ 5 मिनट शाम में बच्चे की काउंसलिंग जरूर कर दीजिए, उससे ये पूछ लीजिए कि आज बच्चे क्या कैसे किया, क्लास हुई नहीं हुई और आपसे क्या एक्सपेक्ट थी। आपकी वो काउंसलिंग बच्चे के मुस्तकबिल को सुधारने से बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। हम लोग तो यहाँ पे करेंगे वो तो करते ही है, यहाँ पर कॉलेज के अंदर प्रिंसिपल डीन चेयरपर्सन फैकल्टी मेंबर्स होते हैं, हाल के अंदर वो वार्डन्स भी होते हैं, वो भी अपना पूरा टाइम इनके लिए देते हैं, लेकिन आपकी काउंसलिंग और आपका फीडबैक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो आपसे हमारा दरखास्त है कि आप सिर्फ शाम में 5 बजे बच्चे के बारे में जरा से मालूमात कर लें कि इनका दिन भर कैसा गया, वो बहुत बड़ा इनके बेहतर होगा। यदि आपको कैसा आई वांट टू वेलकम ऑल ऑफ यू to the Department of Applied Mathematics, especially in the Research College of Engineering and Technology and AMU family. I wish you a wonderful academic journey to this learning achievement expected. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So that's what we all had for the pre-morning session of day 1. We now have a break of 15 minutes for tea and snacks, after which we start once again with sessions by the gurus, proctors, and various other officials. So Just have a tea break and we'll come back. Thanks so much.
पीडीएफ में तो यहाँ चल जाएगा। हाँ पीडीएफ ऐसे चल जाएगा सब काम भी लेकिन उसमें वो नहीं क्लास सेंटर करके आगे बढ़ जाएंगे यहाँ पे रखिए ना। हाँ वैसे तो बाकी नहीं उसमें ये ऊपर हट नहीं सकता फुल स्क्रीन नहीं फुल स्क्रीन से जो है ना ये प्रॉब्लम कर रहा है। अच्छा इससे भी चल रहा है कीबोर्ड इससे अप एंड डाउन की ठीक है वो नेक्स्ट स्टेप करना है। हाँ इससे कर लिया नहीं तो इससे कर लिया तो दोनों यहाँ रखिए नीचे आएगा ऊपर वाले से हो जाएगा ऐसे भी हो रहा है। अच्छा हाँ इसमें स्लाइडर है तो ठीक है रिपीट जी ठीक यार ये मूवी तो देखी आप डाउनलोड कर काशिफ अबे यहाँ अबे ये तो फिर भी करने में अगर गुजरी है वो क्या नाम है मुजम्मिल साहब क्यों ना फिर हूँ वो आ गई यहाँ पर अच्छा था ये पेन ड्राइव लगा दी देखिए यहाँ आगे करीब यहाँ आगे खड़ी हो गई अब मैं उसका पेन ड्राइव
किसके तुम्हारे हाथ किसने मीना ने शारमीन ने
मीना
इन्हीं चार दूधों पे इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज का हुआ पूरा और तुम साले से हिलाने की कोशिश मत करो। हाँ
अब मैं कोशिश करूँ अब वो इधर
आर्किटेक्चर वाले के दो मीना
पेन ड्राइव में डाउनलोड कर दो वो इधर आए मैं उधर बचना चाहूँगा आपने कहा
वो कैप्चर कर रही है, फिर जाएगी मियाँ को दिखाने, देखो दूध चिल्ला रहा मुझसे, वो फिर आएगा तुम्हारी गांड फाड़ने। एक दिन
अभी तो खाने पीने का क्या है, ले आते यार यहाँ वहीं चल रहे हैं, वहाँ वो प्रिंसिपल साहब
जाओ।
बोलेंगे, वो तो इधर चले गए, उनका अलग है तुम्हारा अलग है, तुम तो उधर को जाते हैं।
जाओ तुम्हें
चलो,
जाओ,
जल्दी चलो यार, आप थोड़ा तो मिले भी है ना। हाँ भाई बैठ जाओ, अरे भाई बैठो बैठो बैठो, बैठ जाए यार। मीना मैडम बेचारी का कौन तैयारी करे भाई, तो नमकीन ये जो है फिसलना है, क्यों नहीं फिसल रहा यार, मतलब बात है मैं कहता हूँ साल को बात को साल मिल के जरी बोले हमारा है किसकी कौन सी वाली आपकी आपकी कहाँ हुई है सीनियर ये यार हम हर सकते नहीं पता, तो यूडीसी की हुई है ऐसो, यूडीसी की एयर तक की होगी, यूडीसी की भी हुई है, लेकिन वो कह रहे हैं कि एलडीसी जिनको 5, हाँ जिनको कंफर्म होगा 5 साल यार, एक बार पता ऊपर से आएगा कंफर्मेशन तो रिलीज करेंगे नहीं वो भाई, हमें तो 10 साल हो गए एलडीसी पे काम करते हैं कंटिन्यूसली, वहां से मांगा 5 साल, तो ये वही दिखाओ वही 10 साल हो दे दे कि 5 साल उनको कंफर्मेशन देते और जो ज्यादा टाइम से काम उन्हें रिलैक्सेशन दे देते, बस सही बात है, बात करूँ मत करने करूँगा क्या फायदा, बात एक काम आले भाई से बात होगी मैम हैं, हम चाय 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 नाश्ता कर रहे हैं, सही जाइए गार्डन में चलिए, जाइए जाइए वो बुला रहे ताले भाई आपको, चाय तो पी लीजिए मैडम, आप चाय क्यों छोड़ रही हैं? अच्छा तो स्नैक्स वगैरह ले लीजिएगा,
सब लोग इधर ही हैं कमेटी रूम में। इसके बाद क्या है, फैकल्टी विजिट,
इसके बाद मैडम बोलेंगी और डॉक्टर साहब का है, और पहले डॉक्टर साहब का तो
चाय कुछ प्लेट बची है,
डॉक्टर साहब आए आ गए हाँ नहीं वो असल में सर थोड़ा सा लेट हुए, वैसे सही चल रहा है, कोई वो नहीं,
जा तू करना आता, मैंने करा तो जगह भी
मैं भूल रहा हूँ यार, मतलब हम लोगों को कैसे कंफर्म होगा, जब कंफर्म नहीं करे तो फिर हम कैसे कैसे कहूँगा सर, मैं भी बात आप कहने में बात कर लिए और क्या, नहीं नहीं मैं कह दूँगा सर मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ इधर और आप अरे मैंने भरवाया था फॉर्म, एक दिन पहले भरवाया, वो वॉइस मैं तो फोटो दिया मेरे को
तो बुला के और डेट निकल चुकी थी,
अरे आगे कल कहना में वो है सिलेक्शन कमेटी, उसको बुला के फॉर्म मुझसे निकलवाया, फॉर्म भरवाया और उसके बाद उसे बिठाया और उसको कर दी। माइकल एक हल्का इधर आइए, इधर इधर माइकल इधर है,
माइकल और अजीत वानी गए टी रूम में,
माइकल को बुलाइए इधर, देखिए तो इधर देखिए झाड़ू लगाइए,
झाड़ू काम ही करवाते रहो
ये यार तो काम नहीं कराओ, नहीं मुझे फाइनल जो मिला है ना आपको इसमें देखिए, नहीं ये है मैम पॉलिटिकल साइंस नहीं अभी जो करा है करे उसको वो अभी ना यही वाला चाहिए, यही सही है, यही सही है, यही ये तो कहा था मैंने, उसमें कंफ्यूजन हो जाएगा उसमें।
फोटोकॉपी दिया है ना, सबका 8 के ऊपर लेक्चर है, लेकिन आपने जो व्हाट्सएप पे शेयर किया उसमें नहीं है,
उसमें चेंज होता है ना। ये जो दिया ये बिल्कुल सही है, बिल्कुल करेक्ट है। हाँ हाँ मैं कह रहा हूँ ये जो बाद में दिया है यही सही है। इसमें विभा मैम का भी चेंज किया था सर ने, यही सही है। ये दोनों से ये बिल्कुल फाइनल है, इसी पे चल रहा है इस वक्त। ऊपर लिखा है मैंने रिवाइज एंड फाइनल।
Aligarh Muslim University, मेरी मदर यूनिवर्सिटी। जिंदगी के सफर में जब भी कभी किसी को पाऊंगा, मुड़कर देखता हूँ, तेरे एहसान के सिवा कुछ दिखाई नहीं देता। मैं बिखरा हुआ हूँ, टूटा हुआ तूने छोड़ दिया। जहालत के अंधेरों में क्या कर रहा था, तूने तारीफ की चुनी मेरी ईंटों में टांग। गरीब वालिदैन एक ख्वाबों को ताबीर देने वाले 100 बरस से कई नस्लों को सजाने और सवार करवाएंगे। सर सैयद का एहसान मेरी ये जी चाहता है कि तेरी चुनियों में अपनी जात की मूर्ति निकाले। तेरे दिलों की बात इतना है, मैं देश में कभी साया किया आपको मुझसे पहले तेरी बात को अपनी जमीनों पर सजाए कि तेरी धरती में बनाए गाँवों में राहत के फूल क्या है तलाश अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी मेरी मादर तुझे सलाम। ये मेरा जगह, मेरा जगह, नहीं अपनी
मैंने कहा बताया वाला मान लीजिए लेकिन नहीं बर्फ चेक करी इसका बात है और मैं बता रहा हूं क्या करा तो बर्फ में नहीं कभी तो बता दो बल्ब में करा दो इसके ना चेक लगे नहीं अरे इधर चाहिए इधर हाँ पहले तो पहले ऐसी होती है बैटरी भाई रेडी भाई आगे मैंने ट्रे भर के खेला ना ये बायोकेमिस्ट्री है ये ऐसी लगी
चावल चलो शुरू का कहिए जो शुरू में जो बोला है ना मेरी माँ दलील का हो रहा है ना वो ऐसे पूरे हाँ बोलते हुए आते हैं देखो आवाज बहुत कम होती बड़ा थोड़ी थी बड़ा
हाँ जी बहुत है वो अभी लग रही है तुम्हें
आप नहीं आ रही है तो लग रहा है अरे वो दे देना आने के लिए
100 बरस से कई नस्लों को सजाने और समाज में रहने में सर सैयद का एहसान मेरी एक और जी चाहता है कि तेरी छुट्टियों में अपनी चाहत को मोती उतारे तेरे दिलों की बात उतारे भेजे हुए पर कभी साया किया खाक को मुझसे पहले तेरी खाक को अपनी जबीनों पर सजाए कि तेरी धरती में हमारी राहों में राहत के फूल उड़ाए तूने हमें तलाश की वरना मेरा शुमार तेरे पत्थरों अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी मेरी मादरे दरसला तुझे सलाम ये मेरा जीवन मेरा जीवन मैं जीवन
जी रिकॉर्डिंग भी कर रही है
अच्छा रिकॉर्डिंग के बाद
कुछ करी थी शुरू में उसको करने को ला लिया
हालत होगा रिकॉर्डिंग
हाँ मैं करूँ आपको शुरू कर मैं वाले कर लूँ कुछ है जो है वो
करिए ना आप
ऑन करते वक्त
Welcome back everyone after a short break. Let us now proceed with our next session. Anti-ragging awareness is essential for creating a safe, respectful and inclusive campus environment. Students must be made aware of university's anti-ragging rules and mechanisms available for reporting incidents and the serious consequences of engaging in ragging or related acts. To further spread awareness about university anti-ragging rules and initiatives, may I please invite on the stage University Proctor Professor Naveed Khan to address the session.
मैं टाइम दे चल रहा है
Assalamu alaikum. Still, I can say good morning to all of you. I'm Naveen. Incidentally, I happen to be an alumnus of this very engineering college. I completed my electrical engineering in 1992. So some of the faculty members, in fact, they happen to be my teachers also. So in fact, it's an honor to be here amongst you. I've been asked to share with you something about ragging and what all provisions exist as far as institutions like AMU are concerned. You're all aware that the government, the judiciary, the institutions like Aligarh Muslim University, we are all very sensitive to this particular issue of ragging. And accordingly, various steps have been taken in this regard. And I'd like to share with you what exactly constitutes ragging and also what steps have been taken by from the side of the judiciary, and of course, as institutions, we are bound to follow them. So, as and when anybody encounters anything which is covered under the definition of what I'm going to share with you, ragging, so you can approach the appropriate authorities. And I think on the web page of every department and faculty, as also the web page of the Office of the Proctor, you will find very prominently displayed information pertaining to what is ragging, what are the steps that can be taken, which all are the helpline numbers, what all committees exist where this issue can be taken up. So I'll give you a snapshot of what is ragging first, and then I'll also share with you that what provisions exist and what steps can be taken. So very briefly, you see this concept of ragging or what we call hazing in the context of the Western world. This has been existing for very long. In some of the texts which I tried to go through, I noted that somewhere in the 7th and the 8th century AD, during sports activities which were being carried out, for example, in Greece. So in that Greek culture, there was a system where the new entrants to the sports, they were all subjected to what in that time they said was a kind of teasing, a kind of humiliation, and they said that this was part of the game, that this will help in instilling team spirit. We really don't know whether it helped in that or not, but this was the idea behind it. And later in several army schools in England, this concept of ragging or, as a tradition, it existed and still exists in large number of defense organizations and forces all over the world. So then later on, it moved on to the educational field. So several medical colleges, engineering colleges all over the world, this was it was noted that this something of this type was happening there also, and it had on a number of occasions it took a very ugly turn also. So see, ragging in fact is a disturbing reality in the present day context, and especially in the context of higher education institutions. So in case of our country, they say it's a westernized concept. So we have in fact borrowed it in a way, and some of us try to justify it as it is some kind of ice breaking between the seniors and the juniors in various educational institutions. And what has been happening is that over the years, there have been a large number of cases pertaining to ragging, and that is why, as I was sharing with you, there has been judicial intervention, there has been administrative intervention. So some of the famous cases I'd like to share very briefly with you, which have tried to define ragging. So we have one of the cases which is Vishwa Jagriti Mission versus central government, and this judgment was pronounced somewhere in 2001. So it says that, in fact, the court defined ragging as any disorderly conduct, whether by words, spoken or written, or by an act which has the effect of teasing, feeding or handling with rudeness,
any other student indulging in rowdy or undisciplined activities which causes or is likely to cause annoyance, hardship, or psychological harm, or to raise fear or apprehension thereof in a fresher or a junior student, or asking the students to do any act or perform something which such student will not do in the ordinary course, and which has the effect of causing or generating a sense of shame or embarrassment so as to adversely affect the psyche and the physique or the physique of a fresher or a junior student. So the cause of indulging in ragging, some people say, and in fact this is part of the definition, it is deriving a kind of sadistic pleasure or showing off your power, authority, or superiority by the seniors over their juniors or freshers. So see, if you are indulging in, especially I'm referring to those who have been here in this institution for more than a year. So if any act which is perceived to be a kind of humiliation or a kind of teasing, or for example, which is causing some kind of discomfort, or where this feeling of superiority, inferiority, it comes to play, all that will be considered to be part of ragging. So one has to be very careful in this context. There were some extreme incidents also, in the sense that some freshers, because of them losing life, because of some associated reasons also. So what happened was that the Supreme Court directed the formation of several committees. One of the committees, which is very famous in this context, is the Raghavan Committee, and it was headed by the former CBI Director, Dr. R.K. Raghavan, and this was constituted somewhere in 2009. And I'd like to share some important recommendations of this committee because they are all relevant from our point of view. So every institution is supposed to form an anti-ragging committee and also anti-ragging squads. So these committees and squads, they exist in Aligarh Muslim University also. So what these squads do is that they carry out random checks, not only in the campus of your institution here, but also in the hostels and halls or halls of residence all around the campus. So also you must have noted that when you were applying for admission and you were completing the formalities, you may have been asked to give some kind of undertaking, not only you, but also your parents pertaining to ragging. So affidavits have to be submitted. Then there is, details of this ragging and what all provisions exist and what steps can be taken, what all are the helpline numbers. You will find that they're all available in various brochures and various, flyers which may have been handed over to you. So then we also have national helpline numbers, and we have helpline numbers pertaining to the institutions. For example, AMU also has this kind of helpline numbers. Then subsequently what happened was the University Grants Commission or the UGC, it framed regulations pertaining to this ragging. So that was curbing the menace of ragging in higher education institutions. So we had this in somewhere in 2009. So these recommendations, some of these sections I like to share which are relevant from our point of view. So again, what they have done is they have borrowed the text from the judgment which I referred to you earlier. So the text is more or less the same, which I have already shared with you. So in brief, it is indulging in any kind of behavior which the fresher may consider to be, some kind of teasing, or for example, harassment, or for that matter, the feeling of superiority is shown off, or this is communicated in some manner to the junior by the seniors in the institution, the college, or for example, when you are in the hall of residence, or if you are asking somebody to carry out any act which that person may not have done in the regular course. For example, asking somebody to write down notes, or for example, prepare some kind of file, which has to be ultimately submitted by the senior and not by the junior, so that will also constitute ragging. And then if the seniors indulge in any acts which disrupt your normal behavior or normal functioning or normal activities as a junior,
that would also be considered to be ragging. Or if you are exploiting the juniors, or for example, helping you out or forcing them to help you out in completing your academic activities, that is again ragging. And then, see, mind you, any physical abuse. So if you try to physically abuse anybody, for example, you slap somebody, you touch somebody inappropriately, so that will not only be ragging but also can be reported to the gender harassment cell. And then if you cause bodily harm to anybody, that will also be part of this. And remember that in case anybody indulges in such activities, so this matter can also be reported to the law enforcement agencies. So this can be reported even to the police, and they too can come into the picture. So if you are abusing somebody or any words or acts or gestures or insults, they will, or any kind of activity, say some kind of sadistic pleasure you want to derive by, or some kind of vicarious pleasure or thrill you want to derive by showing off or by indulging in any activity which causes discomfort in the juniors or freshers, that is all part of ragging. Again, in some cases, it has been observed that there has also led to some kind of mental health issues in the juniors. So we have to be careful in that context also. So if it lowers your self-confidence as a junior, for example, if it leads to some kind of health issues, mental health issues, that is also will constitute ragging, and one has to be careful. Then, later on, there has been amendment also as far as the UGC regulations are concerned. So it was somewhere in 2016. So it has included acts of physical or mental abuse, including bullying or exclusion of juniors from activities because they did not comply to the wishes of seniors, or for example, targeting somebody, fresher or otherwise, on the ground of color, on the ground of race, on the ground of ethnicity, on the ground of gender, on the ground of sexual orientation, on the ground of appearance, nationality, then regional origins, linguistic identity, place of birth, place of residence, or economic background. So if because of any of these reasons, anybody feels that he or she is being discriminated against, that will also constitute ragging. See, there are some steps, as I was sharing with you, that have been taken by educational institutions in this context. So, all institutions, in fact, have to abide by the UGC regulations. Then we have an anti-ragging committee. Every head of the institution forms this committee. In this committee, sometimes you also have people from the district administration, for example, the police, some NGO members are also there. Then you have student representatives also who are part of this particular anti-ragging committee. This anti-ragging committee regularly meets, for example, in our university, regularly we hold meetings of this anti-ragging committee. And in case there are any complaints from any student who feels that he or she has been discriminated against or ragging has taken place, so we very seriously look into the complaints, and even actions have been taken in the past to the extent that people have even been investigated from the institution because they have indulged in ragging. And remember that the moment any action is initiated by the university against somebody who has indulged in ragging, so automatically the matter has to be reported to the police also, and then what happens is the police also comes into picture, and generally it results in FIR also. So it is the duty of this anti-ragging committee to ensure compliance with the provisions of the regulations which have been put in place by the Domestic Grants Commission, and also beyond that, institutions themselves have taken certain steps in this regard. Then every institution has an anti-ragging squad. Again, this comprises of members of the teaching staff, and these are nominated by the head of the institution. In our case, it is the vice chancellor. So they have representation from all these stakeholders, these anti-ragging squads. So they make surprise raids in the hostels. They maybe randomly interacting with you when you are in any of the classroom, for example, or labs, or for example, in your floating around. So members of this committee may approach you, they may interact with you in case you're facing any problems. You can share the problems with them. So these committees carry out some kind of these readiness plans, some kind of preliminary inquiry also, and they can submit a brief report, and then the matter can be taken up by the anti-ragging committee, and a detailed and thorough inquiry based on principles of natural justice is carried out. So, in fact, every institution at the end of the academic year, what they do is that they constitute a mentoring cell also, and this has student volunteers, this has even those who we treat as freshers, they also may be part of it, and they discuss, they try to share their experiences, and so that others won't face similar problems. Then the mentoring cell also carries out review activity as far as the steps that have been taken in this regard. What they do is that they provide the feedback in writing to the higher authorities, and maybe corrective steps at times are taken in case we find that there are certain loopholes which need to be covered. Then, at the time of enrollment, whomsoever is admitted, I think those who are freshers, they may have observed this. So they are provided flyers in the brochure also, in the admission guide also, on the website as I was sharing with you. Everywhere you will find details regarding the individuals, the anti-ragging committee, the anti-ragging squad, as also the helpline numbers, the email IDs, you will find everywhere. Then we also encourage sensitization programs. In fact, what we are carrying out today and what we are participating in is part of that activity. That is sensitization of juniors. So orientation programs are supposed to be held, which your college is right now holding, and a series of activities are carried out so that you are made aware of the provisions not only of anti-ragging or pertaining to ragging, but also other facilities which exist in the institution. So these sensitization programs and counseling sessions are also held. So in our university, we also have a functioning counseling cell. So in case we find out that anybody is facing any problems as far as, say, mental health issues are concerned, or for example, some kind of discomfort exists, so we refer the cases to the counseling cell, and we maintain complete confidentiality. You can approach us, you can approach the principal, you can approach the dean and the chairman, your faculty members. In case you are facing any difficulty, do not hesitate. And I assure you that anytime you approach, complete confidentiality will be maintained. No details are shared with anyone regarding whatever psychological or mental health issues anybody is facing. So it's not only the person who is facing should approach in case you are aware that somebody who is close to you, somebody who is maybe your classmate or your roommate is facing some kind of problem. So what I suggest is do share it with seniors, do share it, seniors I mean the faculty members and others, so that the person can get appropriate support from the institution. So it is, in fact, the responsibility of the faculty members that they have to coordinate these activities, and they have to instill confidence in you. That is the freshers. They have to coordinate with the wardens, with say wherever you are residing, in case you are residing within the campus, and if you are residing outside, then also we have a non-resident section, and that also looks after this activity. So around the clock vigil we maintain as office from the office of the proctor. From our side, we are very sensitive to it. So we also have a helpline number, which is a 24-hour helpline number. So you can visit our website, and that helpline number is prominently displayed there. So any time of the day, any time of the night, whenever you think you are facing any problem in which we can intervene, for example, any safety issues are there, if you come across, you notice something which is problematic from your point of view, from the point of view of the institution. So we welcome you to contact us, to file a complaint with us, and it can be done telephonically also, and if required, we will then call you and discuss with you. So do not hesitate in contacting the office of the proctor. I'm repeating, our helpline number is available on the website, and whatever time you approach us, whether it is day, night, always you will find that within 4 or 5 to half a minute, somebody will be picking up the call and then responding to you. Then what we expect from you is that when you are here with us, that you should be informing the respective authorities regarding your place of residence. We also expect that in case you are facing any problem, you will not hesitate and you will come forward. You will, if required, you will file a complaint. If required, complaint can be verbal, complaint can be in writing. So it is up to you. But I will say that do not hesitate. Do not keep it to yourself. Do not allow it to trouble you for long. As and when you find any issue which is concerning you, or for example, you find that somebody who's close to you in the hall, or for example, in the classroom, somebody is facing and you are aware of it, then also I'll suggest that you share with us. Then there are certain monitoring agencies at the national level also. So the monitoring agency, which is one of the most famous in this, is Center for Youth. So this has been, in fact, supporting this national ragging prevention program, and they also have a helpline number which is 24/7 active, and they maintain details, and then they again complete confidentiality is maintained if you approach them. So in case anybody approaches them, they will be approaching the university authorities regarding the complaint which has been filed with them, and we then come into picture. So then there are some punishments, let me share with you, which is the bad part of it, in the sense that if you indulge in ragging. So there are several forms of punishment, of course, depending upon the severity of the ragging which has taken place. So it can be suspension from classes, it can be suspension from several academic privileges. For example, we have at times suspended students from participating in sports activities of the university. We have suspended them from not being part of a particular sporting event. Then you can be prevented from participating, or for example, your scholarship can be suspended in case anybody is getting that, or some fellowships, or other benefits, financial benefits, or other benefits that you're getting in case you are involved or found involved in ragging. Then you can be debarred from appearing in the examination. You can be debarred, for example, your examination copies may not be evaluated, your results may be withheld. Then you may be expelled from the hostel. You will be expelled from the institution itself. You will be rusticated from the institution, or you will be rusticated, for example, for certain semesters. It's not always necessary that it will be a complete rustication. It can be partial also. Sometimes we also, punish in the sense that we may not allow you to seek admission in a legal Muslim university for the next, say, 5 academic sessions. That punishment also has been imposed on some of the defaulters. So one has to be careful, that is why. So in case somebody was found involved, somebody was punished, and the person feels that I have not been, justice has not been done as far as my case is concerned, so we have a provision where you can file a plea with the Office of the Vice Chancellor, and then as far as the decision of the anti-ragging committee is concerned. So and of course, what we do is, as far as anti-ragging committee is concerned, so we always call both the parties, that is the complainant as also the accused. We interact with them in detail, and we try to find out that what exactly is the truth. And in that committee, you have student members, as I was sharing with you, you have faculty members, you have NGO members, and also people from the district administration, the police authorities, they are also members of that committee. So we hold regular meetings as and when complaints are received, and there are monitoring cells as far as the government of India is concerned, and at the university level, we also regularly monitor these complaints as and when we receive them, and we whatever is the progress we share with the government authorities, and we also share with the university authorities. So some recent steps which have been taken as far as this anti-ragging activity is concerned. So in fact, we are supposed to provide annual reports to the University Grants Commission as far as compliance vis-a-vis this anti-hacking guidelines is concerned. Then also there are some mobile apps also, there are some AI-based solutions also which are being tested by the Government of India. And I think in your flyers and the brochures which you have already been provided, the anti-hacking helpline number of Aligarh Muslim University is very clearly mentioned in that. In the brochure also or in the admission guide also you will find it mentioned. And we also have a working email that also you can access where you can approach us or the authorities for help regarding the ragging activity in case you face at any point in time. So what I'll suggest to conclude that there are in ragging is something which is happening, we have to acknowledge, and keeping that in mind, because we all are sensitive to it, as I shared with you, there are several committees which are existing, squads which are existing, then there are judgments, there are district administration that also is very sensitive to it, and sometimes what happens is that they interact with us even without we holding the meetings of these committees. They regularly, the district administration interacts with us that in case some complaints are there or what steps can be taken. But let me share with you our experience. These are, whatever I have shared with you, these are for your benefit. But at times we have noted that the provisions which exist as far as ragging, anti-ragging is concerned, they are at times being misused also. So in quite a few cases, we have found that some of the juniors, because of it was not a ragging activity that was happening, it was some other issue because of which they had some kind of altercation or some kind of difference with somebody who happened to be senior. So they filed a complaint. So if they're during our interaction with them, we found that it was not ragging activity that because of which the complaint was filed, it was something personal or other than ragging. So be careful because we have a provision where we can initiate action against those who are filing frivolous complaints and they are trying to harass the seniors because this is also happening. Where at times the juniors are harassing seniors, taking the help of the provisions which exist in this anti-ragging guidelines which are there from the Government of India. So do not indulge in any such activity where you trouble your seniors unnecessarily because what will happen is that in such cases, those genuine cases of ragging, they are not properly addressed to and the general perception is that the provisions of anti-ragging are being misused. So don't misuse them, but in case you experience real ragging, somebody does something which is covered under the definition of ragging, you're most welcome, do not hesitate, you can always approach us. So in fact, at the university, we carry out certain workshops also pertaining to ragging. Every year, anti-ragging week is, in a way held, and then in this anti-ragging week, we hold workshops on a regular basis in several institutions in the university. So you can attend those workshops in case you have clarifications. You have my email ID or ID of the proctor. I welcome you to approach me, and you can come and meet me in my office in case you have any problem regarding ragging or for that matter any other issue pertaining to anybody threatening you, any kind of issues related to discipline. You are most welcome to approach us. Then there are counseling sessions which are being carried out. There are grievance redressal sessions which are being done by the university, and there is a mentoring mechanism. Remember that most of the departments they have the CCTV surveillance system in place. So in case any such thing happens, you can always inform the chairman of the department, the dean of the faculty, the principal of the college that such and such thing happened at this particular location. So we try to send our team so that the video footage or the CCTV footage is saved, and then that footage is shared as and when you come to us with a complaint, or for example, the complaint is filed with the anti-ragging committee. So remember that strict disciplinary action is almost taken, but mind you, do not go for frivolous and false complaints. So we also collaborate with several government entities regarding the steps and what improvements can be affected as far as the provisions pertaining to anti-ragging are concerned. And also we encourage the seniors and the juniors interact, but interaction, remember, doesn't mean that it should end with rags. Interaction is always good, but ragging should not be happening. So we have different vigilance groups, and I think each of the department has this committees also. The ones in vessel committees also exist. So I'll suggest you to approach them in case you find. So do not unnecessarily blow up the things. If things can be handled at the level of departments, well and good. But in case you find that somebody is troubling you persistently, so you are welcome to approach us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm sure the students are now much more aware of the anti-ragging measures of the university after listening to such a clear and explicit explanation of it. Now moving ahead with the program, we now have the privilege of hearing from Provost Nadeem Karim Hall. May I invite Professor Saf Saeed to address the gathering and share a few words with our students.
Respected Dean Sir, respected Principal Sir, Professor Kamil Sir, who is the coordinator of the induction program, and Proctor, Professor Navesh Sahab, parents, and my dear students, a very good afternoon. I am Professor Saf Saeed. I am from Civil Engineering Department, and I am currently serving as the Provost of Nadeem Karim Hall, which is also popularly known as the Engineers Hall. On behalf of the entire Nadeem Karim fraternity, I am extremely pleased to welcome you all, and also to this gathering. And I am here to introduce you with the briefly introduce you with the facilities available in the hall. So, from now onwards, the students who have been allotted Nadeem Karim Hall will be their home away from their, will be their new home away from their home for the next 4 years. So today you are not just entering the Hall of Residence, but you are just becoming the part of the century-old tradition that has successfully shaped the careers of hundreds and thousands of engineers. So for the next 4 years in the Nadeem Karim Hall, which is your second home, you will be learning, you will grow, you will learn, you will make lifelong friends, you will celebrate your achievements, you will learn to overcome the challenges, and definitely you will create the memories that you are going to cherish for your entire life. So the classrooms will teach you engineering, but your hall will teach you how to become a responsible citizen and a polished human being. So one very important thing that makes AMU different is its unique hall culture. And the foundation of this culture, it rests on 4 simple values: discipline, respect, brotherhood, and tehzeeb. And I believe that education without strong moral character and without a good conduct is incomplete. Also, one of the most cherished traditions of this university hall tradition is the mutual respect between seniors and the junior students. And we believe that, and we expect that every junior student to pay respect to their seniors, because senior students, they have traveled the path that you have just begun. They can be your mentors, they can be your guides, they can support you, they can encourage you, they can motivate you in choosing wisely your career goals. So also in our hall, we give priority to ensure that every resident of the hall gets a very comfortable, a very healthy and academically conducive environment. Now, very briefly, I would like to introduce you with the facilities that are available in the Nadeem Sarin Hall. The first, obviously, is the dining hall. Our hall has a very clean, spacious, and well-maintained FSSAI certified dining hall, that is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India certified dining hall, where nutritious meals are served daily. The dining hall is regularly cleaned and hygienic standards are maintained, and we expect every student to come in a proper, neat, and decent dress. So we encourage the students to avoid coming to the dining halls in slippers, track pants, lowers, because your dressing reflects your personality and your respect towards your institution, your university. The second facility that we have, of course, is the air-conditioned reading room. One of the best facilities available in the hall is a fully air-conditioned reading room. So it provides peaceful academic environment where students can study and discuss their subject matters. The reading room is equipped with subject books, competitive examination books, newspapers, general knowledge magazines, technical magazines, comfortable seating arrangement, adequate lighting and charging points. And I strongly encourage all the residents of the hall to avail these facilities wisely. And students who come to the reading room regularly, definitely they perform much better academically. We have a common room, and our common indoor games are available in the common rooms that includes the table tennis, carom board, chess, snooker, and these activities definitely these reduces stress while promoting concentration, strategic thinking, and healthy interaction among the students. We have a modern gymnasium fitted with modern machines uh, that are meant for light exercises, strength training, weight training, etc. As regular exercises improve physical fitness as well as mental fitness. So we have outdoor sports facilities, which includes a volleyball court, cricket and football ground is also there in the hall. There are 2 badminton courts. We have clean washrooms. The hall administration gives special importance to cleanliness. The washrooms are cleaned regularly to maintain proper hygiene and sanitation. However, maintaining cleanliness is definitely, and it is very obvious that it's shared responsibility. It is not only the responsibility of the persons or the staff who are deputed with this responsibility of cleanliness, but residents are also equally should share their responsibility of maintaining cleanliness. So clean surroundings always reflect disciplined residents. We have RO filtered safe drinking water coolers throughout the hall premises, and students are expected to use these facilities responsibly and avoid unnecessary wastage of water as well as food also. The hall is surrounded by well-maintained lawns, streams, and open spaces, which provides a peaceful atmosphere for study and recreation. So we urge you to please keep the campus clean by avoiding littering and protecting plants and gardens. So, dear students, while we encourage you to enjoy your hostel life, it is equally important to understand that discipline is the cornerstone of AMU, as already briefed by the proctor. Every resident is expected to observe the following rules, and violation of these rules may result in the disciplinary action, including imposition of fines, suspension from availing the facilities of the hall, or even the cancellation of the hall allotment. So some of the don'ts that should be followed by every resident. I would like to briefly, list out. That is, smoking is strictly prohibited anywhere within the hall premises, including student rooms, corridors, washrooms, as well as common areas. Consumption or possession of alcohol or any other prohibited substance inside the hall is a serious offense and may lead to the cancellation of the hall allotment besides other disciplinary action. Playing loud music or creating excessive noise in the rooms anywhere within the hall premises that disturbs your fellow residents is also, it also imposes some fine. Use of abusive, offensive, or indecent language within the hall premises is unacceptable. Damage to hall property, including furniture, electrical fittings, walls, washrooms, sports equipment, or any other common facility, result in recovery of the cost of damage along with appropriate disciplinary action. Allowing, this is very important, allowing unauthorized persons or outsiders to stay in the hall without prior permission of the provost from the office is strictly prohibited and will attract strict action. Any form of altercation, physical fighting, intimidation, bullying, or behavior that disturbs peaceful environment of the hall will be dealt with severity and may result in the cancellation of the hall allotment. Misbehavior, disrespect towards the hall staff, including dining hall employees, security personnel, sanitation workers, or administrative staff will also not be tolerated. Every member of the hall community deserves courtesy and equal respect. So, on behalf of the hall administration, I once again welcome you all to Nadeem Karim Hall, the students who have been allotted this hall. And my office is always open, and you may visit anytime you need assistance in the office of the provost hall. So, thank you very much, and I once again welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words and guidance. Now, we shall proceed to our next address. It is my privilege to invite the Provost of Lady Fatima Hall AMU to address the gathering. May I request Professor Sharmeen Khan ma'am to kindly take the stage.
Respected Principal Zakir Hussain, College of Engineering and Technology, Professor Muzamil Sahab, the faculty members, the parents, and the students. Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon to all of you. I guess this accommodation is the most awaited topic that everybody has been waiting for. And I'm going to give you a brief description in detail about the Bibi Fatima Hall, which is generally the hall allotted for the girls admitted in the engineering college. Myself and the provost of the hall, Professor Sharmeen Khan, I am also the chairman of the Department of Architecture in the ZHCET. This hall, as I said, is for the girls of engineering college, and we have a total capacity of 192 seats only. We accommodate students admitted to BTech, BR, MTech, MR, MPlan, MSc, and PhD colleges as well. And there are 600 non-resident members also who are part of this hall. So all the students who are NR, that is non-resident, are also required to go to this hall and complete their formalities to be a part of this Bibi Fatima hall. This is the, just in case you wish to see who all are the officiating or administrative people in the hall. So we have a list of only 4 ones because the capacity is small, it's just 192. And we have a dedicated staff which includes 2 housekeeping, 2 electricians, 13 dining, and 4 office staff. So if you ever happen to go to the provost office of Bibi Fatima Hall, you find only 4 people working in the office of the hall. Who will be helping you in and giving you information related to whatever you are doing now. There are various hall committees in the hall where the students are appointed on different posts, including the senior hall, the joint senior hall, the senior hall, and as you can see the entire list, the girls, on the basis of the points they have earned during the number of years of their accommodation in the hostel, are given these posts, and for one entire academic session, they continue working on these posts. Besides this, we have other committees also where we have more than one members, like food committee, the all magazine, disciplinary, sports, and the literary committee. So this is a glimpse of the hall. Probably we'll be getting, maybe not now, maybe after some time, but everybody has to go and complete the formalities in the hall. This is a glimpse of generally the facilities that are available in the hall, the visitors room, the open gymnasium, the dining facility, the lush green lawns, the courts, that is the sports facility that is available in the hall, the dining facilities, you can always use them. They are available for the students all the time, 24/7. Now, what is the procedure? How can you become a part of this BT Pathon Hall? Is whenever you are admitted to the engineering college, you get an admission card. Now, you have to take this admission card and go to the office of the provost, where you will be required to fill a file which has the personal record. Now, this file is there for the resident as well as non-resident students for both the categories because you will be allotted this hall in any case. So while for non-resident students it is important is that whenever there are any kind of functions, including the hall function or facilities allocations, you are always a part of the hall and you will go and attend the functions in these halls. So after you complete these formalities, that is, you give your personal information, you fill this file, will be given the allotment card. And this card is a proof that you're a part of the hall and you have to get this card every time you want to attend any function or come for any kind of inquiries or anything of that sort. So this is for the resident students as well as for the non-resident students. This is what I want to say because most of the time it happens that the non-resident students generally avoid going to the provost office to fill their files. So it is very important, please go and do this for now. Now, when you go, you have to carry all these things. You have to get 2 copies of the admission card, 2 copies of the fee slip. You have to get the mark sheet of 10th, 12th, or if you're going for MTech, you get the mark sheet of the BTech also. You get 1 copy each. You have to get 2 envelopes stamped with 25 rupees stamp whenever you're going to fill your personal file. You have to carry, if there is any category certificate, please carry a copy of that also. All this is kept in your personal file in the office of the hall. Now there are certain rules and regulations. I will not read all of them here because whenever you will fill this file, the last page of the file includes all these code of conduct. So whenever you are filling the file, be very careful, read everything carefully so that you follow everything in future. The most important thing that I want to tell is you should always have your I cards or the allotment cards with you. And other important thing is that the timings of the hall are very, very restricted. In case you are a resident member, you have to follow these timings very strictly. They change from summers to winters. 1 hour difference, but they are very strictly followed and you can be called upon by the warden, the resident warden, in case you are not coming back on time. So you read all these instructions whenever you go back, especially the dress code that somebody else was also talking. I think Sir was talking about the dress code. Whenever you are going to offices or dining halls, so please take care that you are going properly dressed up because that is the culture of a place. And being a student, you always need to take care of this because that shows your personality. As I was telling you that about the anti-ragging things, so every hall also has an anti-ragging committee. And if you look at this list, you will find that the representatives from each batch, 2 members, who are always vigilant and working in the hall and taking care that no mishappening or misconduct takes place in the hall. So this committee is formed every year and new faces come into picture, including the first years who enter into the hall of residence. So with this, I will just end up here. I welcome you all to the Bibi Fatima Hall as a resident or non-resident student. And one more thing I want to say that right now we are short of accommodation, so probably you are going to the hall and they're telling you that come after some time you don't have space. So that's true, we are short of space. But another important thing on the same side is that the sooner you go and fill your personal file in the hall, more is the probability that you will get accommodation sooner, faster than the others who are coming late. So don't delay this. Go to the office as soon as you get the admit card. Go and fill your personal file so that you are, first in the number and it can be given to you. Otherwise, if you are relaxing, you may be allotted a room at a later stage. And I don't know, I'm not sure whether the first year is going to get rooms this semester. But whenever it comes to any you're going to a hall, please have tolerance. And it is not your home. So whether boys or girls, you have to be tolerant, give space to others. And second important thing is don't go to depression because of anyone on this earth. You are the most important person. Don't let anyone disturb your mental peace. So with this, I welcome you all again to ZHCET College as well as girls to the Fatima Hall. If there's any problem or issue, I'm generally there after 2 p.m. They all can come and see me anytime. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your thoughtful and encouraging words. I'm sure our students will be greatly benefit from your guidance. Our next session takes us to the vision and ideals that lie at the very foundation of this great institution. It is my honor to invite Professor Mohammed from the Department of Political Science, who will address us on the faith in Muslim and his vision. May I request Professor Mohammed to kindly take the stage.
Assalamu alaikum. Professor Muzammil, Principal, Engineering College, learned colleagues and dear students and parents of the students. I am here to speak on Sir Syed and his vision. First of all, I would like to thank Professor Muzammil for giving me this opportunity to share my straight thoughts on Sir Syed and his vision today. The students, those who are here, they must feel proud that they have not secured admission in a premier institution of the country, but they have also become the part of a movement. That is a legal movement. When I say a legal movement, you have to also understand that you are sitting in an institution which was called by Sir Hamilton Gibbs as the first modernist Islamic institution in the world. Also, I always say in my speeches कि अलीगढ़ में अगर कोई बिगड़ता भी है तो वह अफरारुल हक मजाज बन जाता है. अलीगढ़ में अगर कोई बिगड़ता भी है तो वह जोश वाली आबादी बन जाता है. तो अलीगढ़ में बिगड़ने का अंदाज भी ऐसा होता है कि आप कुछ बन जाते हैं. Why Sir Syed is so important for all of us today? You must know that time influences everyone, but there are very few who influence time and change the course of history. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan is one of the architects of modern India who changed the course of history. How many of you have heard about Arnold Toynbee? Most of you are coming from the science background. You might not have heard about Arnold Toynbee. He wrote a beautiful book in 12 volumes, and the title of the book is A Study of History. And in this book, you will find he has analyzed the rise and fall of 21 important civilizations of the world. And he tried to understand the relation between challenge and response.
every century, every time we will find some kind of challenges are there. What kind of creative responses are given by the people? That is very, very important. So therefore, whenever there is a challenge, there is always an opportunity. You will find this kind of challenge was put up before Indians after the revolt of 1857, when there was almost complete control over India by the Britishers. So at that time, you will find there was some kind of creative response by our leaders in our country, and that is socio-religious reform movements in the country. You will find there were two kinds of movements. One were revivalist. Whenever you are facing challenges and when you are being pushed to the wall, you try to take, inspiration from your history, your past glory. So that was done by our, leaders at that time, those who brought very, very important changes in the society, like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, like Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. You will find then others like Swami Dayanand Saraswati, the founder of the urban movement, Qasim Nanotwi and others. And then, of course, there were reformist movement, like Aligarh movement. The difference between reformist and the revivalist movement is that sometimes you will find whenever you are going for a revivalist movement, there is always a danger of becoming the prisoner of the past. When you try to, derive everything from the past and you don't accept the things that are already there before you. The reformist movement, you will find they don't reject your past, but they say whatever good is there, you have to accept it. And therefore, you have to give a kind of creative response. This creative response was given by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan also, who is also the founder of Aligarh Muslim University or AMU College. You see what happened after the revolt of 1857? A lot of people at that time, in India, especially among the Muslim community, they were thinking that there can be something like a heavenly solution to the worldly problem. As a student who are in the this kind of spaces where we are in the university, we have to know that we have to always establish a relation between the cause and the effect. And therefore, there cannot be anything like a heavenly solution to the worldly problem. You have to find out the worldly solution to the worldly problem. And this was what Syed Ahmad Khan tried to do at that time. He was trying to convince a community which was hell bent upon, sticking to the old learning. Sir Syed said that the old learning, it is not, according to the exigency of the time. And therefore, he said that you have to develop what is called scientific temper, rational thinking, a spirit of free inquiry. Then only you can survive and you can excel. When Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was saying that you have to develop rational thinking, scientific temper, and a spirit of free inquiry, it is not something that was not resisted by the orthodox and the conservative section of the society at that time. Sir Syed was declared a kafir. Sir Syed was also declared a person who was trying to pollute the mind of the youth or pollute the mind of the community. The same thing as the same analogy you can draw when Socrates was charged with this kind of allegation that he was trying to pollute the mind of the people of Athens when he was trying to say that there is rule of ignorance. So Syed was also trying to say that ignorance is different from the knowledge, and if you are ignorant and you are thinking that you are knowledgeable, it means if you don't have scientific temper, अगर आपको पता नहीं है कि सोसाइटी में क्या हो रहा है आज के जमाने में, तो इसका मतलब